stride at the 40. Slips a tackle the 35-yard line. He is gone. Touchdown, Smithson Valley, 81 yards, and the Rangers have a 13-0 lead.
Smithson Valley athletics coverage is about to evolve because we're doing it the Ranger way. Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on RangersNetwork.com. Go inside the field house at Rangers Stadium for unprecedented access with Rangers coaches and players all season long.
Turnover for Smithson Valley.
Watch every home and away game the day after, complete and the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football, game film breakdowns by Coach Hill and Brant Freeman, senior moments with Emily, and learn the game the Smithson Valley way. And Ranger Radio is back. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. However, we are taking the term network to a whole new level. Our mission is to create a community network by joining Smithson Valley High School athletes, students, faculty, and families to local Spring Branch and Bulverde residents through RangersNetwork.com. This creates the most amazing marketing opportunity for local businesses that has never been available before. Right here, and right here, 24 hours a day on Rangers Network. Be a part of tradition, excellence, and success. Be a part of Rangers Network. Be a Ranger.
What gives? Oh, check it out. He's buffering.
That's super annoying. He really ought to sign up for GVTC's internet service with SpeedSync. Up to 100 megabits download speed and up to 100 megabits upload speed too.
That's fast. Finally, he'll stop buffering at the worst times.
Call GVTC today for SpeedSync internet service and say bye-bye to buffering. GVTC, just plain smart.
When he's done loading, this is gonna be hilarious.
It's time for football, and Red McCombs Ford is powering the Rangers to another successful season. So go Rangers and good luck from Red McCombs Ford, the truck capital of Texas, and saford.com.
I brought you here tonight to reveal our secret weapon defense. It's a real game changer. When our men are tired and hungry and don't want to go home and cook, but they're starving for great food at a great price, we're gonna call the delicious double wing.
You can't lose when your family calls the delicious double wing and you stop by Chicken Express for our legendary chicken tenders and Chicken East sweet tea.
This is awesome. Who came up with this plan?
Welcome back to Inside Rangers Football. Coming up this Friday, Smithson Valley will look to even its season and district record as they take on the East Central Hornets. East Central comes in with a record of 1-3. They have lost 3 straight, including their district opener to Clemens this past Friday. Coach, you look at the Hornets, and yes, they're struggling a little bit right now, but as you and I know, wins and losses don't always really tell the story of a football team. What are your impressions about East Central?
Very fundamentally sound. Not trying to trick you on defense, on offense, or in the kicking game, trying to be good at what they do, which I can appreciate because that's kind of our philosophy as well. And hard-nosed, going to run the ball right at you with their good running back. Be content to grind it out until he pops one. And you look at their games, they've scored quite a number of points, and history would suggest eventually he'll get loose, so we've got to prevent that. That good running back is Jawan Hall. He's averaging nearly 100 yards a game, over 8 yards a carry. This is a run-oriented offense. How difficult is it to prepare for an offense like East Central's? Well, you know, it's not and it is. Not to sound contradictory, but they're not terribly fancy. So to get lined up right and to know what's coming is not hard. To stop it is. And just like anything, the more you do something, and the less you do of all the other extras, you get really good at it. And their offensive line does a tremendous job of just keep banging against the dam until it bursts. And so that's the challenge. I don't think we're going to not know what they're doing. It's, you know, can we consistently defend it? Not in every snap. You say, well, we defended all well except for 3 plays. Well, those 3 plays could be 21 points. Yeah. Looking at the other side of the football, how do you feel like you match up against their defense? Well, defensively, they're a 3-man front, which I guess 3 of our 4 games has been that. They're a little bit different in their secondary, but much like their offense, not trying to be terribly tricky. This is how we line up. Can you move it on us? And you know, so I think we're going to have to be patient. You know, we probably need to do a little bit better job with our short passing game and in our power running game. They've had their moments the last 2 weeks, but we need to have consistent drives. And I think offensively we need to come out of the gate well. Last 2 weeks we've struggled in the first quarter. This is the 3rd time in 4 games you'll have played on the road to open this season. As you look at game day, you know, preparations and the logistics, how much different is a road game compared to playing in the comforts of home? Well, it is different. You know, you've got to factor in travel time, of course. This one's even more different in the sense that we don't have school on Friday with the Fair Day holidays. You know, you're normal and you do have to travel, but we try to keep things as much as similar as possible, home or road, and so the kids, when they arrive at the stadium, they're doing the things that they're familiar with. Still trying to get in a routine, still only played 3 games. As much as it seems like a long season, we're still just in the middle of September, and we're still kind of finding ourselves. Any other keys, Coach, you could break down for us ahead of Friday's game? Well, I think we've got to be a little more explosive. You know, we had a few explosives the other night, but we need to win the explosives. Man, we got to cut down on penalties. You know, we had motion penalties. Pass interference penalties, those are drive killers, or in their case, and on defensive side, drive sustainers. So we've got to do that and find a way to get more takeaways. We had 1, but you know, we need more. You know, we need to +2, +3 that. And those are old football axioms. There's a reason they're old football axioms. They are true. They were true 50 years ago. They'll be true 50 years from now. So we've got to buy into that and make that happen on the field.
Cool, right? I can control just about everything in my home from my phone since GVTC installed our Connect Home security system. Whoa, I just got a text that somebody opened my window. I'm setting off the alarm.
Get GVTC security monitoring 24/7 and even control your thermostat, lights, and cameras if you upgrade to our Connect Home system. GVTC, just plain smart.
Oh, by the way, Mom, I volunteered us to host the Band Booster fundraiser meeting. When? Tonight, and we'll need to have something to eat, too.
No! Sure, honey. How many are coming?
I don't know, like 5?
Thank you for calling Smoky Mo's. This is Katie. Yes, ma'am, we can feed 3 to 8 with our family pack.
Actually, it's more like 20 are coming.
Yes, ma'am, we can feed 20 with our group pack.
Actually, make that 50. The Silver Spurs dance team is coming too.
Absolutely, we can feed 50 with our group pack.
Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on rangersnetwork.com. Watch every home and away game the day after, complete and the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network.
What gives? Oh, check it out. He's buffering.
That's super annoying. He really ought to sign up for GVTC's internet service with SpeedSync. Up to 100 megabits download speed and up to 100 megabits upload speed too.
That's fast. Finally, he'll stop buffering at the worst times.
Call GVTC today for SpeedSync internet service and say bye-bye to buffering. GVTC, just plain smart.
When he's done loading, this is gonna be hilarious.
It's time for football, and Red McCombs Ford is powering the Rangers to another successful season. So go Rangers and good luck from Red McCombs Ford, the truck capital of Texas, and saford.com.
I brought you here tonight to reveal our secret weapon defense. It's a real game changer. When our men are tired and hungry and don't want to go home and cook, but they're starving for great food at a great price, we're gonna call the delicious double wing.
You can't lose when your family calls the delicious double wing and you stop by Chicken Express for our legendary chicken tenders and Chicken East sweet tea.
This is awesome. Who came up with this plan?
Warning, intruder detected. Establishing communication. Access granted. Accessing confidential data. Let's go. Your message has been transmitted successfully.
What gives? Oh, check it out. He's buffering.
That's super annoying. He really ought to sign up for GVTC's internet service with SpeedSync. Up to 100 megabits download speed and up to 100 megabits upload speed too.
That's fast. Finally, he'll stop buffering at the worst times.
Call GVTC today for SpeedSync internet service and say bye-bye to buffering. GVTC, just plain smart.
When he's done loading, this is gonna be hilarious.
It's time for football, and Red McCombs Ford is powering the Rangers to another successful season. So go Rangers and good luck from Red McCombs Ford, the truck capital of Texas, and saford.com.
Welcome back to Hornet Stadium. No score, just under 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It is 3rd down and 9 for the Hornets at their own 44. Moments ago, Blake Strelczyk got banged up into the game now. At quarterback is Austin Traynor on 39. Back to throw, rushed, escapes, runs to his right at the 40, looking for the first down, will not get it. Taylor Nix tracks him down at the 39-yard line. They'll mark it short of the first down by about 4 yards. And decision time coming up for Hornets head coach Joe Hubbard.
And I can't be exactly perfect on this, but Strelczyk's down here going through what I would believe is concussion protocol, because they have pulled him off, taken his helmet away, and they're checking his eyes.
Well, the decision here is to go for it. You're kind of right now in that maroon zone, right? You're too far for a field goal, too close to punt. So the Hornets will keep the offense on the field. Here's Traynor out of the pistol. And a timeout called for by Coach Hubbard moments before the snap. And so the Hornets will talk this over.
I have a hard time believing he really wanted to go for it to possibly turn the ball off at the 40 when you can punt. And a normal high school punter is about 30 to 35 yards, so you could pin him down there and make Smithson Valley go a long way. And I find it hard with a backup quarterback early in the game. You're going to take a chance on 4th and 4 or 5.
This is the first season, by the way, for Coach Hubbard as Hornets head coach, coming here to East Central after 13 years as an assistant at Garland High School. They had 12 winning seasons in those 13 years, trying to establish that kind of success here with this Hornets program, which is coming off a 4-7 campaign from a year ago. 4th down, 4 to go. But Tony, despite what you're calling for here,
looks like they're still going to go for it.
That's right. No punter on the field. But maybe that pooch punt perhaps from Traynor here, the quarterback. Look how deep he's setting up in the shotgun right now.
They had too many players on the field. Someone just ran off.
There's the flag, and that should make the decision easier. Signs maybe of a team that's struggling right now. The Hornets have come into this game losing 3 straight.
Illegal substitution is the call. Now it's 4th and long.
4th down and 9. Offense does stay on the field, but again, might very well see a pooch punt here by Traynor. 8 minutes to go, first quarter, no score. And it is just that. Towards the sideline, goes out of bounds. Let's see where the line judge is going to mark it out. Stepping up from the 19 across the 20, near sideline of the 22 is where he'll mark it. That is a 22-yard punt. No return. Smithson Valley's second possession of the game coming up. They went 3 and out the first time through, Tony, and again could not get anything going on the ground.
I still got to think if you want to be successful, you'd have to stay with it. Let's see some different running plays instead of throwing it occasionally. Let's force it down. We know they don't have big size.
Adkins out of the pistol on first down to zone 23. It is a keeper for Adkins running wide, putting his head down. Gets the angle there and is dropped just short of his 30-yard line. That's good for about 5 yards. 2nd down and 5 coming up. Make it 6, 2nd and 4.
Last week, Smithson Valley never really got the running game going awesomely, but Adkins did. He ran very well in the second half after struggling in the first half. So just adjustments I think they've probably taken into tonight's game.
743 career yards rushing for Josh Adkins. On 2nd and 4, calls his own number again. slices right through the Hornet defense into the secondary at a first down. The Rangers first tonight to the Smithson Valley 44-yard line.
Momentum is a funny thing. If they can grab it here early, the Rangers have a chance to really have some success running the ball, I do believe.
About 5 minutes gone by in the game. No score. Rangers the football just short of midfield. Atkins out of the shotgun on first down. 2 receivers to his left. Dillon comes in motion. Hand off to Deaton. Turn to the corner to his left. Putting his shoulder pads down. Stumbles down to the 48. That's good for 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
The difference between a 5-yard run and a 12-yard run is one more block, and the Rangers didn't get it that time, even though it was there.
Caleb Brood comes out into the game as the backup tight end, Odorsal Hunter. 2nd down. Out of the pistol, Atkins, 6 yards for a first. Takes a snap, fires far side, pass is caught on a strike from Atkins to Dillon. Right at the sticks. They're going to mark him short by a yard. It's 3rd down and 1 at the East Central 47-yard line.
Damian Clay came up and made a really good tackle, and we'll have to watch that as we go tonight, Brant, is how well does their secondary make tackles when we throw those quick outs.
3rd down, yard to go as Martinez goes to the Rangers sideline. Big package here for the Rangers at the Hornet 47. Dean running left, charging through for the first. Inside the 45 to the 43-yard line, 1st down.
Left side of the line along with fullback Rude. Made some nice space that time for Deaton to follow them and get the 1st down.
Halfway through the opening quarter, Rangers and Hornets are scoreless. Smithson Valley has not been the first team to strike at a game all season. Anderson scored first in week 1. A couple of weeks ago, Round Rock jumped out to a 14-0 lead, and Steele scored first last week. Trips formation near side for Atkins. 1st down pass is bobbled and incomplete. A little bit behind the intended receiver. Looking for Martinez. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
I don't know if you saw it, but that was a little hook and ladder look because Deaton was coming out of the backfield. If Martinez catches it, I don't know that he doesn't flip it to Deaton and has a chance for a hook and ladder touchdown.
It's funny, Tony. Teams tend to save that right for desperation moments, not in a scoreless game this much to go in the 1st quarter.
And I don't know that that's what it was. Maybe that's just where his fake carried out to, but it looked like it for sure.
I'm on board for that. 2nd and 10 at the Hornet 44. Atkins operates out of the pistol. Takes a snap, deep drop in the pocket. Slings a pass near side, low throw, but caught by Dillon. Skirts to the bounds in front of the Hornet bench. To mark him out of the 35, short of the 1st down after a gain of 9, 3rd and 1.
Nice pitch and catch that time. Nice job by Dillon to make the spin move to get away. You see some short passes now in the midst of the runs. Try to keep it loose, try to keep it mobile.
Groch at the tight end coming back in. Groch a year ago played fullback for the Rangers, and in a rout of these Hornets ran the ball for 60 yards at a touchdown. Smithson Valley in that game averaged nearly 9 yards of play. 3rd and 1, they need just 1 here for a 1st down. At the 35, Atkins, his own number, 30-yard line, and powers down to the 28. 1st down, Rangers on a gallop of 7.
Left tackle Dylan Brooks that time pulled and hit the backside defensive end coming in, and that's what gave Atkins the empty space up the middle. This offensive line seems to be clicking a little bit tonight and being very active in their blocking.
Well, what a career so far for Atkins. He's approaching over 6,000 total yards in his career, averaging about 10 yards a carry so far tonight. 1st down from the Hornet 28. Deaton the call, running right, cutting back inside, and slams his way inside the 20 and down to the 18. That's good for 10. 1st down, Smithson Valley.
One of the better blocks, Juwan Hall, one of the senior backup running backs, was out on the edge. He held a cornerback out of the way so Deaton could get there, and another 1st down run.
5:10 to go in the 1st. No score. Rangers on the move. Their best drive so far tonight. Inside the red zone. 3 wide for Atkins to the Hornet 18. Takes a snap, gives to Deaton, up the middle, inside the 10, and down to the 5-yard line, making the 6. Deaton, an impressive, explosive run. It's goal to go coming up.
Great job of just seeing the space that's there, and really I thought he had a chance to get into the end zone for a last-second tackle.
This drive started back at the 23-yard line. Now 1st and goal at the Hornets 6. Under 5 to go, opening quarter, no score. Rangers averaging 8 yards a rush. On 1st and goal, Dillon comes in motion. He takes the handoff, running right, trying to cut it back inside. But good pursuit there by the Hornets, closing off the corner. They'll give Dillon the 4 for 2 yards. 2nd and goal.
A real tough play that time because it seemed like he just ran out of room as he got the ball and got around to the corner. Their defense was doing a nice job of holding up blockers, and we couldn't create any seams for him.
I'll tell you what, they actually gave him a couple of more yards there, so 2nd and goal from the 2. Atkins out of the pistol, Deaton behind him. Takes a snap, hands off to Deaton, right up the gut. Is he in? He is. Touchdown, Smithson Valley. The Rangers strike first. A 77-yard drive, and Tony, a lot of it coming on the ground, something you and I were looking for coming into the game.
And again, when you have success, play calling becomes easier because more things work, and that was a masterfully called drive.
Mason Reed on for the PAT. He's 2 and extra points so far in this season. Now 3 for 3. PAT is good. 4:30 left, opening quarter. Smithson Valley 7, East Central nothing. Back in a moment on the Rangers Network.
Hey, what are you watching?
TV everywhere, man.
What, like a YouTube video?
No, actual TV. My cable service is GVTC. I can watch my favorite shows live right on my phone.
So what do you think about that, super behind the times technology guy?
Ha! Next, they'll come up with VHS recorders without VHS tapes.
GVTC already has it. It's called Whole Home DVR.
Radio without a radio?
GVTC cable already has dozens of music channels.
Welcome back to Hornet Stadium on the Rangers Network. 7-0 Smithson Valley, 4:30 to go in the opening quarter. An impressive 12-play, 78-yard drive, 3 minutes, 24 seconds, a 2-yard touchdown run for Jaden Deaton. Second straight week he's found pay dirt, and the Rangers lead at 7-zip. Here's the kickoff from Reed. End over end kick. Nice one at that. And that's going to be a touchback as it goes off the hands of the returner. Back deep for East Central, Matthews, and they'll start at their own 25-yard line. When Tony, this season we've seen a lot of home run plays right by Smithson Valley. 79 yards last week to Woodard. 63 yards the week before, and a pass to Edwin Martinez. A bunch of those plays against Anderson. Not a lot of those multi-play drives eating up a lot of yardage. We saw that moments ago.
And that was good to see because that's what this team needs to do more of. And I think right now this is the biggest defensive possession they've had in a while because this is a very, very important game for them, and this is a big stop after you put together the long drive.
Well, Tony, good news if you're a Hornets fan. Blade Strelczyk is back at a quarterback. We saw him take a big shot the Hornets' first possession. Hands off here, and Hall has stood up. Gibbons is there along with Jacob Zuber. No gain to the 25-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now, we're not on the sidelines. We don't know for sure, Tony, but based on what we saw, he appeared to be in concussion protocol, so that's a great sign to see him back out there.
It is. That means he passed all the tests, and everybody believed that it wasn't a difficult situation for him. We just don't know what happened when he got hit and what they saw when they got down there, so you have to trust what they put him through was successful, and here he is.
2nd and 10 for the Hornets. 4 minutes to go, opening quarter. Smithson Valley in front, 7-zip. Strelczyk out of the pistol. 3 receivers, pass to the near side. It's caught and tackled immediately. Boy, what a stick there by Woodard. Standing up, the receiver on the play, Patrick Nicholas, and slamming him down. No gain to the 25, 3rd and 10.
And a lot of credit to Ricky Rios, too. Ricky was the one who came in from the middle of the field as Trayvon was holding up the blocker and giving the other defender a chance in there. Ricky got there in a hurry and got a big piece of it, too.
If you recall, East Central's first drive, they actually were able to move the football, and they did so courtesy of a 3rd and long conversion on a draw play. Let's see what they call here. 3rd and 10 at their own 25. Strelczyk out of the pistol. He wants to throw. He's rushed, Gets out of his sack. No, he does not. C.J. Keller would not let go. Colt Fullen also there as the Ranger defensive ends crashed in to bring him down. But again, Strelczyk taking a hard hit and is slow to get up.
Colt Fullen was there and almost came up with the ball. The problem was he took it to him after he spun on his back on the ground, which means he's already down.
Boy, a tough night so far for the junior quarterback. Blade Strelczyk being looked at right now by the Hornets training staff.
And you mentioned it. He was trying to throw the ball at the last second and landed right on that throwing shoulder when he got taken down.
Just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
He's woozy, though, guys. He was wobbly when he got up. I still believe the concussion situation may be a little different than we first thought.
He is walking under his own power, but does not look like he's doing it very well. So I don't know if we're going to see Strelczyk return to this game. If he does, we'll keep you posted. And this brings up now 4th down for the Hornets. Deep on their own end of the field, they'll punt the football back to Smithson Valley.
If he didn't have someone under both shoulders, he wouldn't be walking right now.
With the offensive line, a couple of Ole blocks there at the tackle positions between Cantu and Martinez. As Fullen and Keller, they almost appear to come in unblocked. So here is Keegan stifled a punt. High snap, gets it away. Woodard looks at a bounce and will field it at the 50. Inside the 40, cutting back inside 30. To his left, 20, 15, 10. Cutting back inside, evades a man. Touchdown, Smithson Valley. He is something spectacular. Trevon Merrick Woodard, his second punt return touchdown this season. This one good for 50 yards, and the Rangers take a 13-0 lead.
There is no doubt he is magical when he is on a return. He had great vision to see the cutback up to the left side and really got some great blocks on the initial start. After he beat the first two guys, he had guys tied up through the next 3 or 4 defenders, and then he just outran everybody to the end zone.
Out for the PAT, Mason Reed. Well, the Rangers' special team so far this season, so good. The kick is up here by Reed, almost jinxed him. And in fact, I guess I did. He missed the kick wide to the right, no good. And the score remains Smithson Valley 13, East Central nothing. The point, Tony, I was going to make, the Rangers have blocked a couple of PATs, a field goal. They now have 3 return touchdowns. Remember, in the abbreviated opener against Hendrickson, they were close to having another to open the season on a kickoff return for a score. Their special teams, that PAT notwithstanding, have been really, really good.
And we talk all the time about offense and what's your quarterback going to do, or defense. What are your linebackers? How are your safeties playing? How's your defensive line? Special teams can account for points too, and Smithson Valley's taken advantage of that this season, and they can only hope they can continue to do that if their offense isn't able to score as many points as we've seen in the past.
I'll tell you, that return, Woodard looked like a man among boys out there. Did anybody touch him?
Well, he's looked like a man among boys most of the season, Brant.
Our statistician, Austin Milan, points out the guy at the goal line did technically touch him, yes. So here's Reed to kick off now. 13-0 Rangers. An end for end kick. And returnable. Matthews from the 2, across the 10, explodes across the 20, and he is tackled at his ankles at around the 27. Coming in to make the stop there was Cody Vignair for the Rangers, and they'll mark him down to the 28. 1st and 10 Hornets coming up their 3rd possession, and we'll see who comes out at quarterback right now for East Central.
And let's give Cody a compliment there. Special teams players, and there's a lot of them that get special teams minutes on the field for this. He's a running back who played a lot last year and is playing less this year, but making plays on special teams is a big deal too.
Well, it is Trainer out there at quarterback for the Hornets. I would imagine Strelczyk's night is done. We'll see. 1st down from the 31, they're going to say. A few more yards on the return there. On 1st down, handoff Hall trying to spin out of trouble. But there again is Gibbons and Zuber from the linebacker spots to make the tackle at the 31. No gain. 2nd down and 10.
Right now the difference, that one play, that 3rd down draw play, is the probably the only time we saw space in the middle. Our defensive linemen are holding up their offensive linemen and really creating no lanes for the running back to run through that a linebacker's not there waiting for him.
Hall is so small and shifty, 5'6", 150. He's averaging over 7 yards a carry this season, but you're right, Tony, beyond that one draw play, he's not finding space. Final 100 seconds of the opening quarter, 13-0 Rangers. It is 2nd down and 10. Hornets at their own 31 at a timeout called for by Coach Hubbard. That is the Hornets' second already of the half. More on the quarterback position, by the way. Strelczyk starting tonight. His night could very well be done. We don't know. Trainer is in now. There have been 4 different players to play at quarterback this season for East Central. Tough time finding a replacement, I should say, for Justin Upshaw Mendoza, the starter from a year ago, over 2,000 total yards, 20 touchdowns, leading East Central to the postseason. And, I mean, Tony, this is a fairly obvious observation. You got to have great play at quarterback in order to succeed.
If you don't have great play, at least he has to be a manager that controls things and doesn't make mistakes. And we haven't seen that. We haven't seen that a whole lot this season from a lot of different teams at a lot of different levels. If you're not a playmaker, you got to take care of the ball and you got to make sure your team is always in the right spot.
I thought for the most part the Rangers defensively contained Xavier Martin last week of steel. He had his moments, but they contained him. 2nd and 10, snap back to Trainer, pump fake, and he goes down. Sacked by the Rangers. Gibbons on the play at the 25, a loss of 6. That brings up 3rd down and 16.
Let me toot the horn of Brandon Arnold as well because he was there also. This defensive line now is just blowing up the offensive line, and everybody's got a chance to make a play.
So far tonight, the Hornets 1 of 3 on 3rd down. They have to reach their own 41 to convert here. Final minute, first quarter, 13-0 Rangers. Trainer the quarterback. Snap back, 4-man rush Rangers, hand off at a draw. Hall, it is snuffed out. Full in his air. Alongside him, Alex Flores, a loss back to the 23 of 2 more yards. 4th and 18. And boy, this Ranger defense really standing out right now.
And I think they've got the mentality of there's not a whole lot this sophomore quarterback can do. He's not able to throw the ball down the field, so let's just tee off and go, and they're making plays defensively all over the place.
East Central's only averaging 79 yards through the air per game. They had a grand total of 0 in the Week 1 win over San Marcos. Quarterback stays out there, Trainer, but he will punt, a wobbly punt, and will be picked up at the 48-yard line in Ranger territory. That is a 28-yard punt for the Hornets.
Let me just say this. Trainer's only about 7 yards deep, and he's punting. That's the second time he's done that, and this time Fullen was real close to getting a hand on that, and if he does it again, I'd bet that Smithson Valley gets a piece of it.
There is a flag down at the Hornet logo there in midfield. We'll check the marker. It's against Smithson Valley. So they will go from starting right around the midfield stripe to now behind their own 40-yard line at the 37. Next play coming up could very well be the final one of the opening quarter. 11 seconds to go.
Be nice to see a drive that took up the end of the first quarter and maybe 4, 5, 6 minutes of the second quarter.
It's been a good first for the Rangers after back-to-back weeks being shut out in the opening quarter at Round Rock and last week against Steele. Last time the offense on the field, they drove 77 yards for a touchdown. On first down from their own 37, Atkins back to throw, steps up, pass is caught by Martinez inside of midfield, breaking tackles, and it takes a gang of Hornets to bring him down inside of East Central territory up to the 47-yard line, and that the final play of the first quarter. An impressive 12 minutes turned in by the Rangers. Your score through one quarter of play. Smithson Valley 13, East Central nothing. Back in a moment on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Whataburger, Peppa Thomas with Remax, Max's Roadhouse, Ashley Small Engine Sales and Service, Texas Roadhouse, and Sunbelt Rentals.
Oh, why is the ball back here? He got up to the 47. Oh, we're going the other direction. Hey.
Woo! Welcome back to Hornet Stadium. It is 1st and 10. Rangers coming up to have the ball at the Hornet 48-yard line, leading 13-0. Looking for their first win in district play. 3 teams 0-1 in district now after New Braunfels got a win last night in the Worst Bowl over Canyon, 42-35. The only other 0-1 team is Wagner. The Thunderbirds hosting Clemens here tonight. And how about the big game, by the way, happening in Schertz? Steele hosting Judson tonight.
Should be a battle.
First down from the Hornet 48 for the Rangers. Atkins out of the shotgun. Motion from Woodard. Takes a handoff running to his right. Try to juke out a defender and then finally brought down near side of the field at the Hornet 42. That's good for 6. 2nd down and 4.
Check Trayvon, too. He took a pretty big shot to the head there, helmet to helmet from Trevino of East Central. Nice run, though. Very patient. There wasn't a whole lot there, but he was patient to get what he could and ended up getting 6 yards. Showing, again, the maturity of him as he gets more chances on offense.
Yeah, we were discussing before the game tonight, snap count for him on offense. He's been out there quite a few times already this evening. Out there again, lined up wide to the right. 2nd down 4 for the Rangers at the Hornet 42. Atkins with a pass. It's high but caught. Dylan evades a tackle inside the 35. Tight ropes inside the 30. Races inside the 20-yard line and finally brought down at the 10. An impressive run after the catch by Dylan, setting up 1st and goal.
What a great job of just planting his left foot and moving to the right to avoid the defender blocker situation. And boy, did he scoot up the field. He looked a little bit like Hall that time, running short. And we've talked about how short he is, but just avoiding defenders by using quickness.
32-yard pickup there for the Rangers. Actually, up to the 8-yard line. So we'll give him about 2 more there. 34-yard gain on 1st and goal. Stretch to Deaton. Running up the middle. Check it, not Deaton. Indiana Hawes on the carry. Inside the 5 and down to the 2-yard line. It's 2nd and goal.
Another short running back who kind of scoots that time, and Hawes did a nice job of getting the room that he got and gets down to the 2. Again, on 2nd down, you'd expect him to run it in because they've had success running the ball.
I think if you're named after a state, you are destined for greatness. If you ran into a guy named California Brown, wouldn't you feel like you're in the presence of greatness? More on that in a moment. 2nd and goal from the 2. Hawes runs left, cutting back inside, forcing his way through, but they're going to say stop short of the goal line at the 1. Going to bring up 3rd down and goal.
I thought he had it if he kept going wide that time. He had one defender. I thought if he made an inside fake and went wide, I thought he had a chance to get to the outer edge. 3rd down, I still think you run the ball, and I think you go back up the middle and just force it down their throat.
And it's 4-down territory here as well, Tony.
Without
a
doubt.
2 downs to score here. If you don't get it, you're pointing the Hornets back at their own 1-yard line. 3rd and goal. Out of the pistol, Atkins, handoff Hawes, up the middle, head down, and he's in. Touchdown, Rangers, right up the gut. 19-0 Smithson Valley.
Great job of just running the old stretch play where he has a chance to cut up wherever he sees daylight, and that time it was just off the edge of the tackle box and easy. He got bumped, but he didn't get hit hard.
So here is Ree looking to make good of the PAT this time. Missed his last attempt. There is a snap. It's low. The set is down. The kick is up. This one is good. With 9:31 to go in the first half, it is Smithson Valley 20, East Central nothing. From San Antonio, we are back on the Rangers Network.
You should know I believe in you. Every race you run, you're my number 1. Kick it up now and bring it on. This will be your day. 'Cause baby, you were born to win. Never give up, never give in. You were born to win. Your destiny is victory.
Welcome back to Hornet Stadium. 9:31 to go. Second quarter here on the Rangers Network. Smithson Valley in control, 20-0. Recapping the last drive for the Rangers. 6 plays, 47 yards, 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Welcome to the end zone, Indiana Hawes. His first career rushing touchdown as a Ranger.
So you're saying Texas Brown would be a successful individual?
Absolutely. I'm trying to think what state name would not work in this scenario. Here's the kickoff, fielded by Matthews at the 3. Stumbles a bit, to his feet to the 5, across the 10. Nice return across the 20. Hurdles over the pile, and finally brought down to the 35-yard line. Good return there by Kaja Matthews, and the Hornets start just short of their own 40-yard line, trailing 20-0.
And if not for really basically running into his own man at the 30-yard line, or 35-yard line, he had a chance to go a lot farther.
We can do this all day, by the way. Alabama Smith.
The really funny thing is here, our stat man Austin thinks he fits in there, and he's a city, not a state.
Okay, I'm going to take back one thing. I don't think Rhode Island works.
Well, Delaware Johnson doesn't really.
I guess. Okay, good point, Austin. Maine doesn't really work that great either. Anything northeast, you're out of this conversation. 1st and 10, handoff up the left side, and again, not a whole lot of room there. Rangers defensively so good tonight. On the carry there for the Hornets is their sophomore tailback Mike Stevens. On the tackle, McCracken for the Rangers. They'll give him 2 to the 40 or to the 38-yard line, 2nd and 8.
I'm thinking that the North Carolina and South Carolina thing's a problem too.
So you have to take out states that have 2 words in the name. Yes, Hawaii works.
But how about Oregon?
Yeah, yes.
Oregon?
Oregon Stevenson is probably, the head of a
I like Montana.
Finance company. That's it.
That's a country.
That's a country, Austin. 2nd and 8, back to throw is Trainer, stepped up, pressured, and he gets pushed to the bounds. What looked to be really close there to a late hit by Taylor Nix. They're going to say he made the contact just in the field of play. No gain at the 38-yard line. It's 3rd and 8 coming up for the Hornets.
Well, our line judge tonight was right there in the midst of that hit, and he didn't throw a flag because he said it happened. He's explaining to their coach now that it was out on the field where first contact was made. We didn't see it that way, but if he does, we'll accept it, right?
Absolutely. 8:28 left, first half. Rangers in control, 20-0. Looking to end a 2-game slide. 3rd and 8, snap back to Trainer. It's a handoff. Stevens spun around, brought down after a yard to the 40-yard line. They'll give him 2. 4th down and 6 coming up.
It's really interesting to watch as this game develops. Our defensive linemen are now just occupying offensive linemen. If they can't get past them, they're not allowing them to get to the second level, and our linebackers have been untouched as they come up to the running back. He might get 2 yards, but that's as far as he can get because there's no one blocking that deep.
So the offense again stays on the field, but going to be a pooch punt here for the Hornets, I would imagine. We have seen Woodard return to one, 50 yards for a score tonight. Snap to Trainer, punt is away. Gets behind Woodard, and no chance to return this. The ball rolling inside the 30 towards the Rangers sideline. Out of bounds at the Smithson Valley 25.
Senior Jack Gibbons blitzed that punt and almost had a hand on it that time. Let's go back to, the North and South don't always not work because Dakota would be a great first name.
And Carolina.
Yeah, I think that would work now that we think about it too.
So there are provisions in this game.
Alabama,
Florida. That works.
Mississippi.
That one is harder to pull off.
Missouri.
Yeah, I think Missouri works.
Kansas, obviously.
Yep.
Iowa.
Illinois doesn't really roll off the tongue that great. I like Indiana Hawes, though. That's a good name. 1st and 10 for the Rangers at the 25. Snap back to Adkins. Play fake. Bootlegs. Flips it off to the tight end across the 30. 35. Down the far sideline. Near midfield to mark him out at the 45. A Dorsal Hunter, his second catch this season. Only other one was a touchdown against Anderson back in week 1. It's a first down of the 40.
After throwing an initial block, Hunter then just flared out into the flat. There was not a defender within about 15 yards of him, and that's where the quarterback was rolling. You have to wonder what was going on defensively there.
First and 10, Rangers at their own 40-yard line now. Atkins from the pistol, play fake, screen play to the near side, caught by Dillon. Unable to escape a second defender, brought down by Alan Dukes at the 43. It's good for 3 yards. They'll give him one more to the 44, gain of 4 yards rather, second down and 6 coming up. No huddle for the Rangers, and this handoff up the middle gets about 2 more to the 46-yard line, going to bring up 3rd down and 4. With Smithson Valley, the tempo really picking up right now.
And you like to see that.
3rd and 4 for Atkins out of the pistol, 3 wide. Handoff, no, screen play again, Dillon again. And a first down inside the 45 and down to the Hornet 44-yard line.
So now it's just becoming a first down machine offensively, just making the plays, getting out and doing it very quickly here in the second quarter.
Fastest I've seen them move tonight. Pump fake by Atkins on first down, heaving a deep ball far side, just overshot Martinez. Not a lot of help over the top there for Damian Clay, the corner in coverage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I'm not really sure what happened there. I think Josh just probably overthrew the ball because I think Martinez did a nice job of a little, get and go, stop and go, and he was open.
Wind is to his back right now. 2nd and 10 for the Hornet 45. Rangers in front, 20-0. 6:40 to go in the half. Atkins on the keeper, inside the 40. Explodes across the 35-yard line and down to the Hornet 28. 17 more yards for Smithson Valley's ground game.
We've waited all season for this, and this is a perfect chance to continue to exploit it by running as many different plays and as many different guys as you can.
Good to see, especially going into the bye week next week. You want to know when you hit that point of the season that you can run the football. Now the Hornet 28, 2 tight ends for Atkins on first down. Play fake to his left, throws to his right, passes caught by Grochet inside the 20, stays at his feet as he slides out of bounds. They'll mark him out at the East Central 17. That's good for 11. The chains will move once more.
Don't you like to hear that?
By the way, we mentioned the rushing numbers so far tonight. Atkins has thrown the ball pretty effectively as well. Look at his numbers so far this evening. Atkins has run for 46 yards. It's 8 of 12 passing for a yard shy of 100. 1st and 10, Hornet 17. Senior quarterback operates out of the pistol with the handoff to Deaton, putting his head down and into the teeth of the Hornet defense, dropped at the 15 for 3. It's 2nd and 7.
Antonelli and Scherber both at times just influenced going left, pushing the defensive lineman to the left. A lot of room for Deaton to go until he got to the linebackers, and again, a good-looking play. He just couldn't make anyone miss him.
By the way, Smithson Valley tonight in control, 20-0. A 2-game losing streak coming into the game. They have not lost 3 in a row since 1995. On 2nd and 7, sweep for Deaton, running left, no, keeper for Atkins up the right side. Stop short of the 10 at the 13 for 2. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Give him a big run, if not for Davian Johnson, the weak side linebacker that just tripped him up. Atkins might have made it to the end zone.
This is a Hornet defense which has struggled this year. They're giving up well over 400 yards of offense per game, 451. And having trouble getting stops on 3rd downs tonight. The Rangers on the money down, 3 for 3. 3rd and 5 of the Hornet 13. 3 wide for Atkins, takes a snap, but whistles blown first. And a timeout called by Coach Hill. That is their first of the half. They have 2 remaining. And by the way, the district now an even number, 8 teams. So not only are the Rangers off next week, everybody else is as well.
Okay. That's good to know.
It evens out the scheduling.
It does.
So, again, last night New Braunfels beat Canyon 42-35. Nice come-from-behind effort by the Cougars, who were down 42-17 with about 6 minutes to go, made a game of it. Happening tonight, Judson is at Steele. Highly anticipated game there in Schertz. And Clemens is at Wagner. The teams who won their openers last week, Judson, Steele, Clemens, and Canyon. Teams on the short end in the district opening weekend, New Braunfels, Wagner, Smithson Valley, and these Hornets. So far in the district, there are 5 teams of the 8 with winning records in 2016. 3rd down, 5 to go for the Rangers out of the timeout. Leading 20-0, 5:14 to go in the quarter. Shotgun for Atkins. Motion comes from Deaton. Fake to him. Atkins keeps and is stood up. Great defensive pursuit there by the Hornets. Looked like Seth Marchiori led the charge there for East Central. No gain, going to bring up 4th and 5.
And Davian Johnson, again, the weak side linebacker. I think this is what happened in last week's game against Steele. He had that same exact play work in the second half. Obviously, if they've seen film, they're not going to let him wiggle loose.
Rangers going for it, 4th and 5 with the Hornets 13. Well, it looked like there that Marchiori jumped but got back before the snap. Play clock winding down. And the Rangers call their second timeout. Avoiding a 5-yard penalty with that timeout. Actually, they're going to say it was called by the Hornets. So it's not the Rangers, it is East Central who calls the timeout. The Rangers have their 2 remaining. The Hornets now out of them.
Still see down on the bench the quarterback Strelchek, who is out, obviously, we believe, with concussion issues. But I see another one of their players now with a sling on and an ice pack on his shoulder who's out. Obviously, he doesn't have his jersey on anymore, so we don't know who it is. So they've already got a couple of players banged up. But I'm confident right now their quarterback Strelchek could not be any more bummed than he is, because he was probably expecting to play a lot tonight. And now, early in the game, he gets knocked out.
Score update, by the way, they're in the 3rd quarter there in Shirt. Steele leading Judson 13-3. Some believe that's a de facto district championship game, but there's a lot of football left to be played.
They would appear after the first 4 weeks to be the best 2 teams in the district.
No doubt. If Judson were to win that game, though, Smithson Valley beats Judson later in the year and does not lose another game, then things get interesting.
Indeed.
4th and 5 out of the Hornets timeout. Atkins out of the pistol, takes a snap, 3-man rush Hornets. Atkins looks, throws the ball towards the end zone, and it is incomplete. Martinez, the intended receiver, good coverage in the end zone by Ferguson. And the Rangers turn the ball over on down.
Not sure what you saw, but I think Josh had the first down for sure with his feet. Probably doesn't get into the end zone, but gets a first down and gets 4 more shots at it. And I think on 4th down, that's got to be your goal.
So if you're East Central here, Tony, not much has gone your way tonight, on defense or offense, really. So that may be the biggest moment of the night so far for the Hornets.
I don't think there's any doubt. They certainly celebrated defensively for the stop.
Mm-hmm. So here comes Trainer, the quarterback again. Sub again for the injured Blade Strelchik. Took 2 hard shots in this game. Tried to return once, has not returned a second time. From a zone 13. Handoff. Up the right side, Stevens. There is Gibbons and Zuber again. At the 14, they'll give him a yard. 2nd down and 9. Those 2 linebackers, Zuber a junior, Gibbons a senior, they have been everywhere so far in defense.
You know who we haven't seen since early in the game is Hall. I wonder if that's him in the sling down on the sideline.
That's a great point.
Stevens has played since late in the first quarter.
Stevens just came out of the game just now, but I think now in the backfield for the Hornets is Brandon Jennings, listed as a linebacker, now playing at tailback. 2nd and 9 at their own 14. Trainer takes a snap, 4-man rush, pass near side, not even close at the 20-yard line in the direction of Edward Stokes. It brings up 3rd down and 9.
A timing route, and obviously a quarterback who hasn't seen as many snaps and a receiver who's not used to him. Timing just wasn't very good on that play.
The second quarter has been a tough one for the Hornets this season. They've been outscored 48-27 in the second. 3:43 to go, second quarter right now. Rangers in front 20-0. Trainer out of the pistol. One receiver either way. Handoff up the left side, and there the ball carrier is Jennings, and he is swallowed up. And guess who? Zuber is there on the stop. Maybe a yard to the 15-yard line, 4th and 8, and the Hornets likely punting again.
It's fun to watch your defense when they just pull their ears back and just go, because that's what this defensive unit, I thought, did last week against Steele, and tonight they're just continuing it.
You can tell the Rangers don't feel threatened by East Central's passing game at all. Trainer taking the snap. He will punt the ball. Wobbly punt, and it takes a Ranger hop at the 35, back in favor of the Hornets, going back towards midfield, rolling across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. 27-yard punt. No return. Just under 3 minutes to go in the half. Rangers in front 20-0. We mentioned Smithson Valley on a bye this next week. Their next game, 2 Fridays from now, as they host the Wagner Thunderbirds at Ranger Stadium. They still have road games left at Clemens and New Braunfels, home games against Canyon and Judson. First down for the 42. Atkins out of the pistol in Hornet territory. Takes a snap, steps up to run now. 35-yard line, tucks the ball away with the right arm inside the 25, and down to the Hornet 23 goes Josh Atkins. First down, gain of 19 yards.
Nice decisive decision on that point to just take off and make some nice reads to get about 20 yards before any contact.
1st and 10, Rangers approaching the Hornet red zone at the East Central 23. 3 wide for Atkins on first down. A loud bark of the snap. Throws the pass near side, incomplete, looking for Martinez. Nice job to break that pass up by Ferguson. It's 2nd and 10.
Again, a timing route, and Josh's ball looked a little low, and Martinez wasn't able to grab it, even though the contact came right away.
2nd down and 10 coming up. Rangers leading 20-0 at the Hornet 23. Handoff, Deaton on the stretch, running left. Nice burst inside the 15-yard line. And it takes several Hornets to bring him down at the far side of the field, all the way down to the 12. That's 11 yards and another Ranger first down.
Great job of being physical that time by Deaton, as he just continued to churn his legs and get some extra yards after the initial contact.
We are approaching the 2-minute mark of this first half. And I believe the first down number for the Hornets in this game is at 1 for the time being. Looking at total yardage disparity, it is 235 to 45 advantage Rangers. That includes a 30-yard run on the first drive of the game for the Hornets. 1st and 10 for the East Central 12-yard line. Atkins out of the pistol. Handoff, Dean to his right, trying to find the corner, cutting it back inside the 5, head first and down to the 1. And that's going to set up 1st and goal for Smithson Valley.
They had to get inside the 2-yard line to get a first down, and that indeed they did. And again, Deaton being very physical as he turned up, squared his shoulders, lowered his shoulders, and just started running through people.
Best he's looked this season.
Without a doubt.
Coming here tonight. 1st and goal inside the 1. Deaton behind Atkins on goal to go. He has scored once already this evening. Takes the handoff here again. He has scored now twice this evening. Up the right side, behind the guard, into the end zone for the touchdown, and the route continues here in San Antonio.
Looks like we're going to go for 2 on this time.
Rangers, again, did miss a PAT back in the first quarter, trying to make it a 28-0 lead here as they go for 2. We see Rude line up wide to the left. Martinez and Dillon, the receivers, right on the 2-point conversion. Dillon comes in motion. Atkins rolls out, throws the ball towards end zone on the run, caught for the 2-point conversion. Dillon is there, and the Rangers do in fact have a 28-0 lead.
As you call plays, I think this was just another chance for a short yardage play. that he wanted to look at, and why not you're down a point on an extra point, why not go for 2 here? Successful.
2:05 to go, first half. It is all Smithson Valley Rangers 28, Hornets nothing. Back in a moment on the Rangers Network.
Boy, it doesn't get any better than this. Ain't that the truth? I'm glad we got a chance to do this with you being so busy with football.
Yeah, and you don't have any free time working on all those people's smiles.
Hey, what do y'all think y'all are doing? You got kids to coach and we have smiles to make.
Welcome back to Hornet Stadium in San Antonio. Rangers in front 28-0. 2:05 to go, second quarter here on the Rangers Network. After the touchdown drive, the kickoff is short, fielded out around the 20, and the return takes the Hornets up across the 25 to the 26-yard line, coming off a 6-play, 42-yard drive for the Rangers, ending in a 1-yard touchdown run by Jaden Dean and a 2-point conversion for Josh Dillon. 51 seconds on the drive. And Tony, more the same from Smithson Valley in the second quarter that we saw in the first.
Indeed, and you'd have to wonder now, as we saw earlier this season, will a lot of other guys get to play in the second half, because this one does seem to be under control, and especially if their quarterback and their best running back are both out.
We still see Trainer in at QB, and still in it tailback is Stevens, the sophomore behind Trainer here on first down. Takes the handoff up the middle, and wrapping him up, Jacob Zuber. If Zuber and Gibbons were to play all 48 tonight, which, as Tony just pointed out, is not likely, they might both end up with 20 tackles.
I don't think there's any doubt that they would if they played all the minutes tonight.
Minute 35 left in the half. It is a 28-0 Ranger lead.
Remember the pace with which they played offense early on in this game?
Yeah.
It's not that way anymore.
Not at all. You get the sense they're trying to kill some clock right now, too.
I don't think there's any doubt.
From their own 29 on second and 8. Out of the pistol, high snap to Trainer. Handoff Stevens up the middle, and is stuffed at the 30 for a yard. 3rd and 7 coming up. And Tony, this is something else as well that I've noticed. The play calling seems to be a lot of the same. It's the Rangers call for time.
They're not having a lot of success in anything they've done, so I don't know what else they can turn to. And maybe this is a quarterback who doesn't know a lot of the playbook because he hasn't played very much. I mean, he's a sophomore. Strelchek's just a junior, so they really have had a hard time replacing quarterback position.
Again, really good quarterback the past couple of years in Justin Upshaw Mendoza. As the Hornets have a 3rd down coming up, they're 1 of 6 on 3rd down tonight. Lone conversion came on their first 3rd down attempt of the evening, so they've gone over the last 5. First downs, by the way, there's the disparity 14-1 in favor of Smithson Valley.
Celebrated as this week's East Central Independent School District's Teacher of the Week.
3rd down, 7 to go for the Hornets out of the timeout from their own 30. 4 wide here for Trainer. Back to throw. Fullen gets right by the offensive line, comes in and gets a sack back at the 20-yard line, wrapping his arms around the knees of the quarterback Trainer, and it brings up 4th down.
Anthony Cantu is the right tackle. And Anthony Cantu is the young man that missed. Colt Fullen missed him. He ran right past him, and Cantu just stood there because there was nothing he could do.
Rangers call for their 3rd and final timeout. The ball is at the 22-yard line. Final minute 7 of the second quarter coming up. Smithson Valley impressive. All 3 faces so far tonight. They have a special teams touchdown of the punt return by Woodard. Offensively, have been able to reel off drive after drive, and defensively, have allowed next to nothing since East Central's first possession of the game. On 4th down at 15, snap to Trainer, the quarterback. Check that, not Trainer. The punter gets the punt off inside the 50, rolling down to the 43-yard line of Ranger territory. The punter that time was Jesse Trevino. And the Rangers start short of their own 45-yard line. 56 seconds to go in the half. No timeouts remaining, leading 28-0.
You kind of wonder with the timeout, were they trying to get another possession, trying to get the ball back? That time no one deep on the punt because I think probably more than anything, Larry Hill was concerned they might fake it.
And now here, Tony, the Rangers a chance to work on their 2-minute offense. Albeit less, than 2 minutes to go in the half. Adkins on 1st down, 4 receivers from his own 43. Play fake for the senior quarterback. Has protection going deep middle. That pass is overshot for Dillon, who found a gap in that zone defense at the 20-yard line. Incomplete. It's 2nd and 10.
He had Rude running up the left hash and Dillon the right hash. And I thought he was looking at Rude most of the way, and at the last second switched and threw it over Dillon's way and threw it so far in the middle of the field, Dillon couldn't get to it.
2nd and 10. Rangers at their own 42. Snap back to Adkins. Looks to his left. Has protection again. Now being pressured. Steps up. Is hit, wrapped up, and brought down at the 42-yard line. Good pursuit. Davian Johnson on the stop. 3rd and 10. Rangers getting right back to work, though. No timeouts left. Offense is set. Snap comes back to Adkins. Looks to his left. Throws left. Pass caught by Dillon. Running inside of midfield at a 1st down. Got just enough to the Hornet 47. So the Rangers move the chains in the football. 24 seconds left. Low snap to Adkins and spikes it to stop the clock. 23 seconds to go.
As a quarterback, that has to be in the shotgun strange that you're going to spike the ball and the ball comes to you on the ground.
It was so awkward, I thought it was a fumble by accident. 2nd and 10 coming up. We mentioned the Rangers' schedule, by the way. Looking at East Central's up next for them after the bye next week at Judson. 2nd and 10. 23 seconds left for the Hornet 47. Snap to Adkins off a play fake. Steps up. Now being pressured. Breaks out of a sack. On the run. Throws the ball downfield. Caught. Out of bounds. Inside the 40 goes Dillon. At the Hornet 35 with 13 ticks left on the clock.
That time they rushed 5 with an extra blitzer that came in against Josh, and Josh had to move to find a way to get some room to throw the ball, but they're trying to do some different things at this point to get to him.
Trips right for Adkins, one receiver left. 1st and 10 of the Hornet 35. Snap back to Adkins. Here's the blitz. Steps up, hitting it deep far side. The pass incomplete. At the short left corner of the end zone for Martinez. Covers downfield from Clay. 7 seconds to go. Smithson Valley has time for maybe one more play. If they can get a quick out to the sideline and a shot at a field goal here, remember the wind is to the back of the Rangers right now, and Reed did connect from 40 last week.
Like to give him a chance, wouldn't you?
7 seconds left from the Hornets 35. Snap to Adkins. Steep drop. Here's the rush. Steps up. Adkins throws the ball towards the end zone. It is intercepted in the end zone. Going deep for Grochet. Flags fly in. Grochet appeared to have tackled the defender, the freshman Damian Quick, as he made the pick, and will check the marker.
Well, I don't think Grochet made the tackle until they were both out of the end zone past the sideline, and I think he just was frustrated that the defender beat him to the ball.
Officials talk things over as the Hornets head towards the locker room. And the Hornet coaches are telling their players to leave the field and go to the locker rooms as they sort out the penalty. The first half comes to a close. So, 24 minutes in the books in San Antonio. Smithson Valley impressive so far at Hornet Stadium. Your score, Smithson Valley 28, East Central nothing. Halftime coverage coming up in just a moment on the Rangers Network.
Cool, right? I can control just about everything in my home from my phone since GVTC installed our Connect Home security system. Whoa, I just got a text that somebody opened my window. I'm setting off the alarm.
Get GVTC security monitoring 24/7 and even control your thermostat, lights, and cameras if you upgrade to our Connect Home system. GVTC, just plain smart.
Oh, by the way, Mom, I volunteered us to host the Band Booster fundraiser meeting. When? Tonight, and we'll need to have something to eat, too.
No! Sure, honey. How many are coming?
I don't know, like 5?
Thank you for calling Smoky Mo's. This is Katie. Yes, ma'am, we can feed 3 to 8 with our family pack.
Actually, it's more like 20 are coming.
Yes, ma'am, we can feed 20 with our group pack.
Actually, make that 50. The Silver Spurs dance team is coming too.
Absolutely, we can feed 50 with our group pack.
Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on rangersnetwork.com. Watch every home and away game the day after, complete, and the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network.
At the half, your score, Smithson Valley 28, East Central nothing. And now this time at the halftime show, we turn things over to the Ranger Marching Band.
Tonight, the Silver Spurs are being led onto the field by Second Lieutenant Lauren Nelson, First Lieutenant Sophia Drew, Major Haley Tomorrow, Lieutenant Colonel Rachel Dearder, Colonel Carolee Berger. The Silver Spurs are under the direction of Director Ashton Burchell. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Madison Flores. The Dancer of the Week is Kathleen Bratton. This evening, the Silver Spurs are performing a field jazz routine to Raise Your Glass. Team Silver Spur Social Board officers are President Maddie Klaus, Vice President Allison Haynes, Chaplain Lauren West, Social Officers Maddie Mulder and Caitlin Sinolin. Tonight, the Ranger Band will be performing a portion of their 2016 UIL show entitled Extreme Deception. The Ranger Band will keep you on the edge of your seat with some of Beethoven's best-known themes twisted together by composer Johann de May. Valley Ranger Band performs the Ranger Fight Song. Directors of the Ranger Band are Matt Bain, James Reed, Jeff Yates, and Stan Woodson. The Ranger Band's section of the week is the Mellophone section. We hope you enjoyed tonight's performance and look forward to seeing you next Friday in the Smithson Valley Cafeteria for the Ranger Band's annual Fajita Dinner signing off. I would also like to wish you East Central Band.
Cool, right? I can control just about everything in my home from my phone since GVTC installed our Connect Home security system. Whoa, I just got a text that somebody opened my window. I'm setting off the alarm.
Get GVTC security monitoring 24/7 and even control your thermostat, lights, and cameras if you upgrade to our Connect Home system. GVTC, just plain smart.
Oh, by the way, Mom, I volunteered us to host the Band Booster fundraiser meeting. When? Tonight, and we'll need to have something to eat, too.
No! Sure, honey. How many are coming?
I don't know, like 5?
Thank you for calling Smoky Mo's. This is Katie. Yes, ma'am, we can feed 3 to 8 with our family pack.
Actually, it's more like 20 are coming.
Yes, ma'am, we can feed 20 with our group pack.
Actually, make that 50. The Silver Spurs dance team is coming too.
Absolutely, we can feed 50 with our group pack.
Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on rangersnetwork.com. Watch every home and away game the day after, complete, and the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network.
Call 888-269-7154 for details. Zero down, $199 a month at the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall on I-10 West at Callahan. Shop over 1,000 vehicles, including 88 newly stocked vehicles that you could buy with absolute zero down and just $199 a month. $199 a month, plus your job is your credit. So hurry to the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall. Lenders are on site, waiting to get you the financing you deserve. If you've been waiting for the right time, but these deals won't last long. Hurry! Shop over 1,000 vehicles, including 88 newly stocked vehicles you could buy with zero down at just $199 a month. Plus, get a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty with every certified pre-owned Ford. From the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall on I-10 West at Callahan, where you'll shop the largest certified pre-owned inventory in Texas. So don't buy a new vehicle until you shop the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall. Log on at saford.com or come see us today at the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall and I-10 West at Callahan.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Brant. I'm here with Zane, Kate, and Nick. And boys, you know the routine. Get your phones out, text your mama, tell her you love her. All right, guys. In football, there's a lot of teamwork. So I'd like to see how well y'all actually work together. Have y'all ever heard the song Row, Row, Row Your Boat?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to do a little something fun with that.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Row, row, row your boat.
Oh wait, no, cut. Okay, Zane, so you just keep singing it.
Oh,
so
okay.
it goes, right?
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Okay, so we'll try again. So Zane, you go row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream, right? And you're starting it, so y'all are never in the same spot of the song, okay? Zane, can you spell hippopotamus backwards?
No.
No. Forwards.
You want to give it a try? Let's see.
S-U-O-P-P-I. No, I'm not. Yeah.
Nick, do you have any idea who Andy Griffith is?
No, ma'am, I do not.
You don't. None at all.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a hint and see if this. Do 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 do. No? Oh wow.
Wait, so I start, right? He says
As
merrily?
soon as he sings row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, you start. As soon as he says stream, you lock each other out so you stay where you're supposed to be. I'm gonna tell y'all a joke. What do you call a sad coffee? A depresso. Right. All right. Any of y'all have a great talent?
I know Zane does.
Zane?
I'm a lifeguard.
You're a lifeguard.
I am.
Where do you lifeguard?
In Lookout Canyon.
Okay.
Off of 281.
Very cool. Have you ever had to save anyone's life?
I have. I saved one yesterday, actually.
Oh, wow. What happened?
A little boy, he jumped in without his floaties, and I had to jump in and save him because he went straight to the bottom.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad you were there. Good job. A hero on and off the field.
Ooh.
Rangers.
Documentary.
Versatile.
The second part one more time.
Merrily,
Row,
merrily.
row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
This is the hardest thing. This is harder than boot camp.
This is harder than boot camp. Okay. Any special talent?
The only talent I guess I would have is, the only thing I'm good at would be protecting Josh, which sometimes we don't do very well. But for the most part, I'd say we're pretty talented.
That's a very good talent. That's an important talent.
I'd like to think that.
Josh appreciates that, I'm sure.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Just kidding, I love you, Josh.
Nick, I hear you're really good at something. Can you share with us what that is?
I can make a pretty odd noise.
Oh, pretty odd noise. What is that?
Oh no. I can't do it while I'm laughing.
Okay, everybody serious. Wipe it off. Okay, I won't look.
You want me to just do it?
I just want you to do it. Do it again. Nick, when does that noise come in handy?
Scaring children at the movies.
Oh, well, I guess
You're terrible.
What is
So do any of y'all play Pokemon Go?
I do.
Oh, you do. And who is it that you've collected that's like your prize Pokemon?
Do you remember the name of it? It's like a little cat thing that can turn into a whole bunch of other ones.
Okay.
No, it's not. Yeah, that one, Eevee. There we go.
Eevee. Oh, I like Eevee. Who are you trying to catch?
Just an army of Eevees.
An
That's all I
army
care
of
about.
Eevees. Makes sense.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Merrily, merrily, row your boat. Life is but a dream.
Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Good job, guys. It's excellent teamwork.
So bad. You nailed it, dude.
Well, thanks, guys. Oh, wait. Is that an Eevee? Coach Brant, back to you.
carpooling with Coach. You're up early to coach those Rangers, and we're up early to make great smiles. What a great idea.
I agree. You guys do the driving. Gives me a little time to watch some game film.
You mind if we play a little bit of music this morning? Hey, Coach, that was so much fun. What time should we be here to pick you up?
About the time the Rangers wore red.
This November, vote for a man who knows how to be an American in America for Americans. Vote for Coach Hill for President of the United States. He's not afraid of anything.
And then the ninjas come out of the forest.
Ninjas?
Who wouldn't vote for a president who had ninjas in their video?
But I don't want to be the president.
But you're from Texas, Coach, and that makes you a shoo-in. I'll make sure to put that in the video.
But it doesn't matter, because I don't want...
I know! We should get John Wayne to be in your video.
John Wayne?
I can hear it now. The new president of the United States of America is...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just have to say that if I was president, I couldn't coach football anymore.
Well then, I'm officially resigning as your campaign manager and vice president.
Okay then.
Coach, how tall do you think you have to be to run for president?
This political... Watching a...
I'm privileged to work at GVTC, not only to work for a company that provides excellent products and services, but also through the GVTC Foundation to be able to support the communities that we work and live in, serving those communities.
Any individual can donate. We're a nonprofit 501c3, so it's a tax-deductible donation.
That we're on the right track partnering with our communities as we continue to seek ways to grow the GVTC Foundation.
Welcome back to Hornet Stadium in San Antonio. Your score at the half, it is Smithson Valley 28, East Central nothing. A look at some of the stats from the first half. First, looking at team numbers, first downs, advantage big time. Smithson Valley Rangers 16-1 advantage in first downs in the first half. Looking at third down numbers, the Rangers 6 of 7, 86% conversion rate. The Hornets 1 of 7, 14%. Rushing totals, the Rangers 148 yards on the ground in the first 24 minutes, 6.4 yards per carry. The Hornets 43 yards rushing, 3.1 yards per carry. The Rangers had 122 yards passing, while the Hornets had 3. Total offense in the first half, Smithson Valley 270 yards, and the Hornets had 46. Looking at time of possession, Rangers had the ball for 12 minutes and 13 seconds. The Hornets had the ball for 11 minutes and 47 seconds. Looking at individual numbers, leading rusher in the first half for the Hornets, Jawan Hall, 6 carries for 29 yards. He had a 130-yard carry. The Rangers were able to make him a non-factor after that 30-yard game. Hall actually has not played for a good chunk of the game, might be out. He has not returned since the first quarter. The Rangers led in rushing by Josh Adkins, 67 yards for the Ranger quarterback on 6 attempts. Looking at the passing numbers for the individuals, for the Hornets, Austin Trainer 0 for 1 passing. He was sacked twice. Remember, the starter, Blade Strelchik, was knocked out of the game, actually going out on 2 different occasions. Returned the first time, did not return the second. He was 2 of 3. Adkins 11 of 20 passing in the first half for 122 yards, no touchdowns. Did throw a pick at the end of the first half. Your receiving leaders for the Hornets, Tanner McKay, the lone catch for East Central for 3 yards. The Rangers, Josh Dillon, 8 receptions in the first half for 81 yards. Again, your score at the half, it is Smithson Valley 28, East Central nothing. We'll take a break, and when we come back, the start of the second half, 28-0 Rangers. Back in a moment on the Rangers Network. Atkins throwing deep over the middle for Hauser, makes a catch in stride at the 40. Slips a tackle at the 35-yard line. He is gone. Touchdown, Smithson Valley, 81 yards, and the Rangers have a 13-0 lead.
Smithson Valley athletics coverage is about to evolve because we're doing it the Ranger way. Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to new game replays, original players all season long.
Turnover for Smithson
Watch
Valley.
every home and away game the day after, complete and the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Game film breakdowns by Coach Hill and Brant Freeman. Senior moments with Emily. And learn the game the Smithson Valley way. And Ranger Radio is back. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. However, we are taking the term network to a whole new level. Our mission is to create a community network by joining Smithson Valley High School athletes, students, faculty, and families to local Spring Branch and Bulverde residents through rangersnetwork.com. This creates the most amazing marketing opportunity for local businesses that has never been available before. Right here, and right here, 24 hours a day on Rangers Network. Be a part of tradition, excellence, and success. Be a part of Rangers Network. Be a Ranger.
And welcome back to San Antonio on the Rangers Network. Smithson Valley in front 28-0 as we get ready for the start of quarter number 3. Remember, the Hornets won the toss before the game started, and they elected to defer, so East Central will get the ball first here in the second half. And Tony, if you're head coach Joe Hubbard and this Hornet football team, you want something to happen positive and rather quickly to get things going here.
And you have an advantage because of the personal foul that happened at the end of the first half.
Right.
Smithson Valley will kick off from their own 25 instead of the 40, and this obviously will give them much better field position because of the kickoff.
So Reed puts the ball at the 25-yard line, and it will kick off from right to left. The dominant first half for the Rangers. Again, total yardage, a huge disparity in favor of Smithson Valley. The Rangers defense allowing East Central just 45 yards of offense in the first half, 30 of those coming on one play. Reed's kickoff was a good one. Matthews fields it at the 11, left to right at the 15, at the 20, and is wrapped up at around the 26-yard line. Good pursuit there by the Rangers. Saw Connor Donovan in on the tackle along with Wesley Cornelius. 1st and 10, Hornets offense coming up. East Central has not picked up a first down since their third play of the game.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Hornets.
You see all the starters back in there defensively. I anticipate they'll play a few snaps, but then we'll start seeing subs in as we go through this second quarter, I'm sure.
Austin Trainer remains at quarterback for East Central. Again, the starter, Blade Strelchik, was knocked out of the game in the first half. Took 2 huge hits in the first quarter.
He's out there in shorts and his jersey now.
Done for the night. Handoff up the right side. Stevens not going anywhere. Rangers making a living in the backfield tonight. And there we see Colt Fullen and Jacob Zuber on the tackle. Those two, along with Jack Gibbons, have really been the ones instigating this Ranger defense. It's a loss of 5, second and 15.
And you talk about the fact they've only had 1 first down, and their offensive line has gone nothing but downhill since the start of this game. So you really have to wonder how they will get another one.
Second down, 15 at their own 22. Out of the pistol is Trainer. Takes a snap, a pass, and it is nearly picked off by Rios. Jumped the passing lane on the pass intended for Kaja Matthews, who was well covered himself. It is 3rd and 15.
Well, we talk again about that being a timing play. That ball was at least 5 yards off target again, and if Ricky Rios had anticipated it would have got there even as quick as it did, he'd have had a pick six because that ball was just so poorly thrown again.
The Hornets on 3rd down in the first half, 1 of 7. And again, the lone conversion coming on that 3rd play of the game. For their own 22, 3rd and 15. Snap to Trainer. It's a draw that goes nowhere. Stevens is tackled. In on the stop, Alex Flores for the Rangers. McCracken or check that. Zuber there again. And another Hornet is slow to get up, back at the 20-yard line. And I believe that was the ball carrier, Stevens, who was the one on his back.
I believe you're right. Josh Hansen in on that play too, and really what they're doing now is they're just getting to the ball so quickly they're able to put some very impactful hits on these guys. And one after another we see them going down and not getting back up.
So looking at Stevens, a sophomore tailback who actually scored the first touchdown of the year for these Hornets, a 48-yard run in a win over San Marcos. Since then, East Central has lost 3 straight. They lost their Week 2 game at San Benito 49-28. Lost their last home game 2 weeks ago tonight to Victoria East 30-23. And the 27-6A opener last week to Clemens 56-21. And tonight they have been banged around. We've already seen the starting quarterback Strelchik exit the game, and he will not return. Don't believe we're going to see Juwan Hall return either. And now Stevens being held back at the sideline here.
And that didn't look to be anything like a concussion that time. I think he would just hit hard and shaken up.
On 4th down, Hornets appear to be punting on 4th and 17. And here's the punt off the foot of Trainer. Takes a Hornet roll inside the 45. Still moving and picked up by Matthews at the 39-yard line. That is a 41-yard punt. No return for the Rangers. 10:34 to go, 3rd quarter. 28-zip, Smithson Valley.
I think if this is a 7-7 game, Trayvon takes that one and tries to make something happen. I think he realized there were 2 defenders right on him. If he catches the ball, it's not worth the danger it is to receive it there.
If you're just tuning in, so far tonight the Rangers have gotten a pair of touchdowns from Jaden Deaton on the ground. And we have also seen Woodard return a punt 50 yards for a score for the Rangers as well. And Indiana Hawes scored his first career touchdown back in the 2nd quarter. 1st and 10 from the 39. Atkins back to throw. And the flat to a wide-open McNair. Tucks the ball away and skirts out in front of the Hornet bench at the 44. That's good for about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Josh had some choices there. He just checked all the way down to the back out of the backfield and made a nice throw and catch.
Both teams coming in on losing streaks. We went through the Hornets moments ago. The Rangers back-to-back losses by a combined 13 points to 2 really good teams, Round Rock and Steele. 2nd and 5 from their own 44-yard line. Out of the pistol, Adkins. It is a handoff to McNair. Running right, and the shifty back is across midfield. Inside the Hornet 45 towards the far sideline to the 44. That's good for 12. It'll move the chains.
Another one of those stretch runs where the running back just gets out to the corner and sees where to turn it in. That time he had a lot of room initially and then made some extra plays after contact.
Well, we saw McNair get the bulk of the carries early on in the season. Tony did not run the ball effectively. Deaton is promoted, but right now McNair running well. On 1st down, McNair, not his number called this time. Pass near side on the screen, caught by Dillon. Turns upfield inside the 40. Storms inside the 30-yard line and tackled by Hornet at the 29. Gain of 16, move the chains.
Quickness again that time by Josh Dillon, who caught the ball, made one man miss him, and then just beat them to the corner and got an extra 5, 10, 15 yards.
That's now 9 catches, 97 yards for Dillon tonight. All of last season, albeit behind a couple of good receivers in Hauser and Sandoval. Dillon had 10 catches for 95 yards. 1st down for the Hornet, 29. McNair comes in motion. He takes the handoff. No. Atkins kept it running left. Gets outside 20, 15, 10. Walks in for the Ranger touchdown.
Touchdown. Rangers.
Career rushing score number 25 for Josh Atkins, second most all time by a Ranger quarterback. And it's now 34-0 Smithson Valley.
Great play fake. Even you and I thought that he had handed it off, and then when he got to the corner, he had a burst of speed we haven't seen a whole lot this year, but he got to the corner and beat two different defensive backs.
Out for the PAT, Mason Reed. Did miss one earlier tonight. This kick is up. This one is good. 9:36 to go. Quarter number 3. Rangers rolling in San Antonio. It's Smithson Valley 35, East Central nothing. Coming back on the Rangers Network.
Number 2.
Hey, what are you watching?
TV everywhere, man.
What, like a YouTube video?
No, actual TV. My cable service is GVTC. I can watch my favorite shows live right on my phone.
So what do you think about that, super behind the times technology guy?
Ha! Next, they'll come up with VHS recorders without VHS tapes.
GVTC already has it. It's called Whole Home DVR.
Radio without a radio?
GVTC cable already has.
Back out at Hornet Stadium on the Rangers Network, Smithson Valley scoring its first third-quarter touchdown of the season, and it comes on the end of a 4-play, 61-yard drive, eating up 58 seconds. And it was a long 29-yard touchdown run by Josh Atkins to give the Rangers a 35-0 lead, 9:36 to go in the third. Reed to kick off from the 40. In Dover in kick, Matthews fields it about 5 yards deep and takes it out across the 5. Not a good decision, and he is wrapped up by Rios at the 10-yard line. That decision just cost the Hornets 15 yards of field position. They start at their own 10.
And again, all you can think is a young player thought that he caught it near the end zone, and if he's not thinking his momentum took him in there, and he was clearly in the end zone when he caught the ball, so he did not have to bring it out. But you're right, a bad decision because it cost him 15 yards.
We talked about the Rangers and their lack of scoring the third quarter up until that touchdown moments ago. How about this? Over the past 3+ games now, including tonight, East Central has been outscored in the third quarter 66-17. On first down from the 10, new quarterback in for the Hornets. He's running left and will lose yardage back to the 9. It's going to make it second down and 11. And at quarterback now is Charles Oglesby, a freshman for the Hornets. Face was now second down and 11.
Not exactly what you want to do as a freshman is to come out and play.
This is the third different quarterback used tonight by East Central. Snap to Oglesby, rolling to his right, throws the ball on the run, and it is batted and intercepted by Pierce. Returning into the 15, cutting back inside of the 10, twisted down and ruled down at the 3.
Pierce with his second pick of the year. Another jump ball as we've seen earlier this season. A nice tip on the defensive back play. And he ends up with the ball and makes a nice run back.
Boy, kudos to Oglesby as a freshman to make the varsity team, but being thrown right out the fire right there against the Smithson Valley defense the way they're playing right now.
And that's a football mistake. Freshman, sophomore, junior, a lot of quarterbacks do that, to be running to your right full speed and then try to throw it back. It was a tough throw and was dangerous from the get-go.
Atkins leads the offense back out there. First and goal now inside the 5 at the 3. Deaton the lone setback. 2 receivers right for Atkins, whistles, and timeout, Smithson Valley.
Smithson Valley.
Coach Hill was not real happy about something there.
No. Coachable moments here, Tony. The team is in front 35-0, early third quarter, 8:47 to go. So I'm sure the guys in the sideline are feeling really good about themselves right now, feeling very confident. But Coach Hill and his staff, they want to find mistakes so they can tell these players what they can be better at.
They're coaches. They're going to teach, and they're going to use every chance they can. I think just as much as that, they'd like to see the clock to keep moving too, though, and this is the thing that's stopping it.
We're approaching that point of the game, too, where you start thinking about working in some of your 2s and 3s into the game.
I think we're there, without a doubt.
Some score updates for you right now out of district. Third quarter action, San Marcos, who lost to this East Central team back in week 1, they lead McCollum 42-7. And in this district, 27-6A, Clemens on top of Wagner 27-0 in the third quarter in Converse. Out of the timeout, first and goal from the 3. Trips left for Adkins. Dillon comes in motion, takes the handoff, has a block from Deaton, and walks into the end zone, short right corner for an easy touchdown. 41-0 now Rangers.
Said this a couple of times. I'm glad our runners keep going wide. I think we have a definite speed advantage on most of their players, and at least our athletes that carry the ball do. And we've had a chance to get to the corner. And you mentioned Deaton had a great block to get Josh out to the edge.
5 rushing touchdowns now tonight for the Rangers. Now Trevor Danmeyer for the PAT. Line drive kick. Might have been a bad snap, but it found its way just over the crossbar, and it's good. 2 possessions in this third quarter for the Rangers, each one resulting in touchdowns. 8:41 left, third quarter. Smithson Valley 42, East Central nothing on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Whataburger, Peppa Thomas with Remax, Max's Roadhouse, Ashley Small Engine Sales and Service, Texas Roadhouse, and Sunbelt Rentals.
Back in San Antonio on the Rangers Network, the month of September winding down, and this 2-game losing streak for the Rangers also winding down to a close. Smithson Valley in front 42-0, 8:41 to go here in the third quarter. And Tony, going into the break, we spoke about the Rangers now 5 rushing touchdowns. Their 3-game total coming into the night was 4. 3 games combined. Total offense now tonight, 334 for Smithson Valley, 40 for East Central. They have 10 yards of offense since that one big play in the opening quarter on their first drive. The kickoff is short and rolls it out of bounds.
Nice effort that time to kind of pooch it and lay it into a corner around the 20, which was a vacant area of players, but it got a bad hop and went out of bounds.
And so East Central will have good field position on their upcoming possession. The last possession was a turnover. It was an interception thrown by the freshman quarterback, Charles Oglesby. Last week, Oglesby got quite a bit of playing time against Clemens. Completed 4 passes for 79 yards, threw a couple of touchdowns, but the passing game tonight, non-existent. And really, I think a lot of that is due to the fact that Smithson Valley is not giving anybody time to throw back there, whether it be Strelczyk, Oglesby, or Trainer.
Of those 3 quarterbacks, the freshman is the tallest of the 3, according to the roster, at 6 foot tall, and he does look like a good-sized kid out there.
Remains a signal caller here for the Hornets on 1st and 10 from their own 30. Snap to Oglesby on the keeper, running right, and is wrapped up by Hansen. The safety coming up to make the play at the 29 for a loss of a yard. 2nd down and 11.
Second down and 11.
Again, you look at the Rangers' defensive personnel, still the first teamers are out there. Would not surprise me if this is their last series. You may not see the entire second unit come in the next time East Central takes a field, but I think you start to see the 2 sprinkled in there.
You'd like to at least see some new defensive linemen and linebackers since they've been involved in almost every play all night long. And there is a backup linebacker on the right side now.
On second down at 11, handoff up the right side of Ferguson, and there again, Rangers are there. Fullen and Hanson on the tackle at the 30. Going to bring up 3rd and 10 after a gain of a yard.
Mentioned Tyler McCracken is in there for Zuber at this point.
Do see Chandler Beam at safety right now as well for the Rangers.
And he's had some playing time the last couple of games.
By number 6, Colt Moore.
7:30 left in the third. Rangers in front comfortably, 42-0. They have to reach zone 40 for a first down. 3 wide for the quarterback Oglesby. The freshman takes a snap. Here's the pass rush. Steps up and tackle from behind. At the 31-yard line, he'll gain a yard. On the stop is Flores. And the Hornets again go 3 and out.
C.J. Keller got him by a shoestring too from behind. He was the one tracking him down, and it's the first time we've called his name tonight.
Trainer out to punt here for the Hornets. And this East Central team going to have a lot to think about going into the bye week next week. Again, this gauntlet of a 27-6A district, 4 playoff spots up for grabs. If one is to assume that 2 locks are Steele and Judson, that leaves just 2 more for 6 teams. High snap to Trainer, gets the punt away barely. And Wooder looks at it roll inside the 40 and takes an East Central roll all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Ball down.
41-yard punt, no return. Rangers take over on offense, leading 42-0, nearly halfway through the third quarter.
And it looked to me like some of the coaches were hollering at Trayvon that time to maybe take that chance, but I think he's showing a lot of wisdom, not taking a chance on a bouncing ball that defenders are nearby. You know, it's 35-0. Why take chances like that?
Adkins still out there for the Rangers at offense. Operates out of the shotgun and first down from his own 27. Motion from Dillon. He takes the handoff, running to the near side, cutting upfield across the 30, and backs his way down to the 35. That's good for 8 yards. Going to bring up second down and 2.
Nice vision that time to see the cutback. Quick was his best lane to get up the field, and Josh did a good job of getting 7 or 8 yards out of that one.
Edwin Martinez, the receiver, checks out. Davis Groch at the big tight end comes back in. Could be another running play here for the Rangers. A lot of that by design to perhaps get that clock moving. 2nd and 2 at the 35. Up the right side goes Deaton, spins out of trouble, and the first down to the second level of that Hornet defense up to the 40. That'll move the chains.
Kind of funny, that time at the line of scrimmage, he ran into a couple of offensive linemen, and they were kind of been turned around after laying a block on, and he squirted off of them and got the first down.
Rangers will even their season record at 2-2 by game's end, and their 27-6A record to 1-1. First down play fake for Atkins, pass caught by wide open Groch at far side of the field, and picks up the first down as he's slung down by the defender Clay in front of the Ranger bench at the East Central 48. It's good for 12 more and another Ranger first down.
Some of the Ranger coaches thinking that was eerily similar to Groch throwing down one of their players. The difference was this one was on the field of play. The other one before the half was not. Nice job of play calling, though. Josh made a nice ball fake, turn around to a wide open Groch who's in the flat and made a good throw.
Brought up Steele and Judson moments ago. Last update we got 13-9 Steele leading in the third quarter of that game. First down for the 49. Handoff, Dean slicing right through the Hornets. Inside the 40-yard line between the hash marks and down to the 38s. 11 more for the Rangers.
Of the running backs that we've seen the last couple of years, Deaton's probably one that runs more upright than the others, but he still has quick enough feet that he's able to make moves right and left as he gets into the second and third level, and has done a nice job of being patient running the ball again tonight.
Jeremiah Lewis, a senior linebacker for the Hornets, his helmet came off. He leaves the field. 1st and 10, Rangers at the East Central 38 now, leading 42-0, 4:45 left in the third. Pass far side, high but caught by Dillon, who's tackled by Clay.
There's
at
a
the
flag.
30, and Clay did not let up. You heard Tony say it. As he was going out of bounds, Clay adding a little bit more to that tackle, and that'll tack on 15 more yards. With Josh Dillon, he's had himself a night tonight. He scored a touchdown. He has over 100 yards receiving now and is factored into the running game.
Personal foul.
Now that'll put the football inside the East Central 20. They're going to mark it down to the 16.
Stat-wise, we have him for 9 catches for 97 yards.
Oh, so my math in my head was off by 3. That's what I get for using the old calculator up here. First down for the 15. Dillon on the handoff. And check that Deaton that time. Running left. Good job closing off the corner there by the Hornets. Tackle made by Jose Portillo. Second down and 8 after a gain of 2 yards.
Good job again tonight through most of the night. Josh carrying on his ball fakes and doing some good job of being very professional about it and doing a good job of finishing all those.
Second down and 8 from the 15. Deaton the carry again. Tucks the ball away with 2 arms and charges inside the 5, and it takes several Hornets to bring him down. Whistles have not blown. Towards the goal line goes Deaton. Did he cross? He did not. Inside the 1, though, on a physical run by the junior tailback.
On the run.
Ball came loose at the end, but they're going to mark him down inside the 1. Nice job by Deaton and some great job by some offensive linemen. That time, Baumgartner got out there in front and laid a block on a linebacker that sprung him for a couple of more yards. Offensive line really being active tonight.
First and goal, 1 yard line for the Rangers, looking for their 6th touchdown of the night. Make it their 7th. Hand off to Deaton. He's looking for his 3rd. Out around the 1 yard line, stood up there, but then his second effort crosses the plane, puts him over. A 3 touchdown night for Jaden Deaton, and the Rangers have their 7th touchdown. 48-0 now, Smithson Valley.
Great job by Baumgartner again. He is the left guard and pulled into the right guard hole and helped Deaton get through that spot. And again, second effort by Deaton got him in the end zone.
Boy, if one were to go back and listen and look at our pregame show talking about the lack of running ability for the Rangers the first 3 games, you wouldn't know it watching the game unfold tonight. PAT is up, kick is good, and it is now 49-0 Smithson Valley.
Trevor Danmeyer with his 2nd extra point of the night. Neither one of them's been very pretty, but they've both counted good, so that's all that matters.
So we're getting ready for the next third quarter kickoff coming up. Looking at Smithson Valley's schedule again, the Rangers, like everybody else in the district, on a bye next week. Next game will be at Ranger Stadium 2 Fridays from now against Wagner. Then on the road at Clemens. And Tony, Coach Hill says there is no red letter game, no rivals. But, we can look ahead to games. And after the game against Clemens last year, Frank Harris, the star quarterback, who's verbally committed to play at UTSA. Excited to see that matchup again. That was a wild affair between these two last year.
I remember first half was you do this and I'll do this, and you do this and I'll do that, and you do that and I'll do that, and it was a score fest. And then we got towards the second half and it kind of slowed down a little bit, but then late in the second half, it was who can stop whom to win the game. And what that quarterback did that night was say, you can't stop me. Mm-hmm. And that was the difference in the game, and he beat Smithson Valley.
8 plays on the Ranger drive, 73 yards, 2 minutes, 46 seconds. Here is the kickoff, fielded by the Hornets inside the 5. Ferguson on the return across the 15, spins out of trouble, tripped up at the 17-yard line.
Give the East Central coaches a lot of credit. They're still coaching their team up as the offense gets ready to take the field again. Their coaches are showing a lot of energy trying to get them ready. They would like to see some first downs for this Hornet unit because they haven't been able to do that tonight, and they're planning on a freshman quarterback to do it for them.
It's Oglesby out there once again for the Hornets. Rushing yardage so far tonight, Rangers 231 yards, the Hornets 38. From his zone 17, Oglesby long handoff, and the Rangers invade the backfield. Arnold is there again for the Rangers, as is a linebacker McCracken back at the 15. That's a loss. Still going to save about 3 yards. Second down, 13 coming up.
It is just amazing how much success the defensive line continues to have as they continue just to be aggressive and make plays.
Oglesby comes out of the game now, and back in is the quarterback Austin Trainer, the sophomore. A junior started this game. A sophomore came in to replace him. He exits for a freshman. Now the sophomore back in. Meanwhile, on second down and 13, a handoff up the left side goes nowhere for the tailback on the play, Jennings. Third down and 13 coming up.
It'll be third down.
I said this last week and mentioned it early again. Jack Gibbons seems to be playing at the highest level I've seen him in 2 years, and he's been a great linebacker for 2 years. But his ability to get to the ball last week and this week both have been just remarkable. He's playing at a very high level.
A team high 31 tackles coming to the night for the senior linebacker. A year ago, Jack had 138 tackles, 21 for loss, broke up 7 passes and picked off another. And, of course, had a memorable pick last week against Steele as East Central calls for its first timeout. Tony, you were there at the game last week against Steele, taking us back to the interception. By the way, minute 59 left in the third, 49-0 Smithson Valley. Gibbons making a great play on the interception against Martin.
He just was in the middle of the field, and Martin makes a throw, and Jack just jumps up as high as he can get and pulls it in. And it was one of those plays that I've talked about all night long, how our defense just rose up to every challenge through the night. And Jack Gibbons was, again, one of the players that I think just gave so much last Friday night. To not get a win, it had to be difficult.
What I liked, what I saw and listened to in the radio call was that the Rangers made the Knights work for their points. Sometimes you have to tip your cap to the opponent. I still don't know how Xavier Martin completed that pass in the back left corner of the end zone over Woodard's hands.
I don't know how it got there.
It did. That's all we know.
Yes.
Third down, 13 at their own 15-yard line. Wow. Pressured is Trainer, and he is sacked back near the goal line. The Rangers shot right through to bring him down. Flores and Fullen were there. They'll mark him down to the 2-yard line, and it brings up 4th and a mile.
Fourth down.
Colt Fullen is just exploding off the line of scrimmage and going around the right tackle, Anthony Cantu, who continues to struggle to put a helmet on anyone on the offensive line.
I've seen a lot of dominant Ranger performances. I think since 2010, the record is something like 52-11. I've never seen them win the line of scrimmage against a fellow 5A or 6A opponent like this. And here's a bad snap to the back of the end zone for a Ranger safety.
Safety.
You feel for the players on the East Central sideline and working all week long to get ready for this game, a home game in front of their crowd. But this has been a night to forget for East Central.
And that scenario right there bothered me a little bit because Trainer hasn't been deep on punts yet. He's only been 7 yards deep. This time the ball's on the 2. He's all the way at the back of the end zone, which means the snapper's thinking, I've got to send it farther than I've ever sent it, and he snaps it over his head. You're putting guys in uncomfortable positions to do something they haven't done.
Update, by the way, Steele now leading Judson 22-9. That game of the fourth quarter. We're in the third quarter, minute 13 left. Rangers in front by a bunch, 51-0 now on the bad snap, resulting in a safety.
And who will punt or kick this one on the free kick after the safety?
You look at the Rangers sideline, look at head coach Theory Hill on the verge of his 230th career win as Rangers head coach. He played his high school football, though, right here at East Central.
They're going to tee it up and kick off.
Doing the honors is Monreal. This is his first kickoff since the opening kickoff of the game. That's what happens when you don't score on offense.
Very unusual after a safety to kick it off, too. It means
Yes.
your punters are not having success.
Monreal does have a good leg. Swings his right leg here. End over end, Woodard from the 26. Check it, Rios on the return of the 40-yard line. Cutting back inside, spins out of a tackle, down to midfield, and to the Hornet 49 is where Rios is stopped. And with 63 seconds to go in the third, the Rangers set up inside of opposing territory, leading 51-0.
And what do you do for an encore?
Well, I think, Tony, these final 13 minutes has got to be about getting some guys experience. And you look out there right now, and there's a new quarterback into the game for the Rangers. It's Davis Grochet. Yes, he's a starter at tight end, but is the team's backup QB. Atkins Knight is done. Handoff to Hawes, running right, and he is tracked down to the 46 by Lewis. That's good for 2, maybe 3 yards. Second down. They'll give him 2 there. 2nd and 8.
Lewis did a nice job of fighting through a block that time and made a good tackle on Hawes. He held him to just a 2-yard gain, and that hasn't been the case much of the night, that they're able to fight through blocks.
See Cameron Livingston coming at wide receiver for the Rangers. Also see Caleb Reed out there for Smithson Valley. 2nd and 8 should be the final third quarter snap. Handoff to Hawes, running left 30-yard line, near side of the 21, where he's tracked down by the defender Damian Quick. A nice burst by Hawes, and it's a first down near the red zone.
You mentioned freshman. Quick is a freshman playing free safety for these guys. They've got some young players out there, knowing these coaching staff has some work cut out for them.
26-yard run there for Indiana Hawes. Austin says no. 25. Well, my calculator is off tonight, man. 1st and 10 for the 21. 7 seconds to go, third quarter. Grochet out of the pistol. Throws the pass far side, caught by Livingston. Running right, has a block, and then is wrapped up inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And the final seconds tick off the third quarter clock. 12 more to go in San Antonio. Smithson Valley leading 51-0. Back with the start of the fourth quarter on the Rangers Network.
Hey Rangers fans, have you joined the Rangers Network? If not, now's the time. It's easy and free to subscribe. Get your phones out. Text the word Rangers to 42828 to stay in touch with all the latest Rangers news. Want that again? Text the word Rangers to 42828. Go Rangers!
Welcome back to Hornet Stadium. Rangers in front 51-0 over East Central. Rangers are up at the half 28-0. Had not scored a single third quarter point in their first 3 games and put up 23 in that third quarter.
I think the neatest thing we've seen all night is the efficiency running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then not just the fact that 1 or 2 guys has done it, because Josh has had a great night running the ball. Deaton's run the ball. Hawes has run the ball. McNair had a couple of nice runs. Josh Dillon as a receiver has had a couple of nice runs. They've been very successful getting some push with the offensive line to get some openings and get some yards.
I do want to note, Tony, on our drive in here this evening and when we first arrived, really did take notice of the great facilities they have here at East Central.
I think it's spectacular that it looks like a brand new school in so many ways.
Start of the fourth quarter, Rangers have the ball, 2nd and 2 at the East Central 13, leading 51-0. Grochet at quarterback, a receiver sweep, running right, and down to the 10-yard line goes Michael Hilston. First and goal coming up from the 10.
Number 13, Michael Hilston.
Didn't look like much of a run, but he got a couple of yards and got a first down as the lane really shut off as he went around the corner.
Look across the offensive line, by the way. The entire second unit now into the game for the Rangers. At tackle, Manoa Pow and Jesse Clifton. At guard, Justin Bressel and Michael Hausler. and at center, Nathan Brazel. The quarterback is Grochet. Behind him, Hawes on 1st and goal from the 10. Hawes takes the handoff, goes up the middle, evades one tackle, dives forward, and scores his 2nd touchdown tonight.
Great job by the offensive line. They really, the right side of Hausler and Clifton just pushed everyone wide, and as Hawes cut back in, there was no one there. Great job of blocking on the offensive line.
3 touchdowns for Deaton, 2 for Hawes, 1 for Adkins, 1 for Dillon, and 1 for Trevon Merrick-Woodard, and oh, by the way, a safety. PAT is up, and that kick a sidewinder, and it finds its way through the uprights off the foot of Trevor Danmeyer.
It ain't how pretty, it's just how.
And boy, and how about these Rangers right now? 11:26 left in San Antonio. It's the Rangers 58, the Hornets nothing. Back in a moment on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Whataburger, Peppa Thomas with Remax, Max's Roadhouse, Ashley Small Engine Sales and Service, Texas Roadhouse, and Sunbelt Rentals.
Back in San Antonio, Rangers in front comfortably, 58-0, with 11:26 to go in the game. Coming off a 5-play drive, eating up 49 yards. In a minute, 37 seconds, it was a 10-yard run for Indiana Hawes, his 2nd rushing score of the night, and the Rangers are in front again by a score of 58-0.
Has Scott Welch kicked off much this year? He's the young man who kicked it out of bounds just a minute ago, and now he's handling kickoff duties here again. The senior, listed as a wide receiver, is going to put a toe to it here in a minute.
Well, if there were any opportunity to see what your guys are made of that don't normally get playing time, now would be the time. End over and kick, stays in the field of play, bobbled a bit on the part of the kick returner. Across the 25 goes Ferguson, and he's down to the 27-yard line.
Ferguson carried the ball from roughly the 22 to the 27, but it was much more than a 5-yard run, since he went about 10, 15 yards onto the near sideline and then ran back onto the far hash. So that 5-yard return was closer to 30 or 40 yards, I think. What do you think, Austin?
I mean, it's what you call the empty yardage, right? Hidden yardage in a game where, let's say in a box score you see a 4-yard run, but a player ran sideline to sideline to get it. Well, he actually ran 40-something yards to get that 4. Back at a quarterback is Trainer, the sophomore. The Hornets have used 3 quarterbacks so far tonight.
I'm not real sure they have any more.
On 1st down to throw, Trainer's pass goes off the hands of Cornelius. Should have been an easy pick at the 30, but he dropped it. I guess that's why he doesn't play receiver. It's 2nd down and 10.
He's looking around. I'm sure he's getting some grief from his teammates because that was a pick 6, and that one went right through the fingertips.
The Rangers do have 1 interception tonight. That was courtesy of Mason Pierce on a batted ball. 2nd and 10 at their own 28. Hornets still with just 34 yards of offense so far tonight. Snap to Trainer. Handoff up the middle goes Stevens. A nice second effort by him. Head first to the 32-yard line. That's good for 3. 3rd down and 7. By the way, the Rangers in this game a year ago here at East Central averaged nearly 9 yards of play. Tonight they're averaging over 8 yards of play.
It's got to be a little bit puzzling as a running back, because every time you've been handed the ball, there have been more white jerseys in front of you than your own blocking for you. But that's been the case for all of their running backs tonight. And even with backups in there, they're not having much success.
3rd down and 7 to go. Stevens the handoff, running behind his left guard, spun around and brought down by the Ranger defense. Well short of the 1st down at the 33, 2 more yards there. That brings it 4th down and 5.
Just an idea of how much our defensive line is keeping their offensive line from moving anywhere. Cornelius circled clear from the defense's left side all the way behind the crowd to make the tackle from behind and wrap up the running back.
By the way, the Rangers have a lot of third-teamers out there on defense right now. As the Hornets come out to punt, it'll be Trevino to do the honors with Rios back to return. Don't think you're going to see Trevon Merrick-Woodard on the field again tonight. Under 10 minutes to go, fourth quarter, as Coach Hubbard calls for time.
This again, they were in what would be normal punt protection.
So Hornets have one timeout left in the game. 9:45 to go in the game, with the Rangers in front, 58-0. By the way, correction on the yards per play. The Rangers averaging over 7 yards per play tonight. The Hornets averaging less than a yard per play. Austin, what's that in feet? He's a statistician. He should know this and does not. It's all right. He's going to break out the calculator now. We'll figure it out. Here we go, out of the East Central timeout. Trevino back to punt. Tough night of the office for the hosts here in San Antonio. High snap to Trevino, swings his right leg, good looking punt, spiraling in the air. Rios has the ball go off his fingertips, picks it up, and dives on it at the 23. It's a 44-yard punt. No return there for Rios, 1st and 10. Rangers coming up, and Austin did do the math. 2.4 feet per play tonight for East Central. Thank you, Austin. 9:35 to go in this one. And this one has been over for a while. I mean, you could see it in the first quarter, just how dominant the Rangers were against East Central.
Pardon me, but Trevino was punting out of a normal punt situation there. They didn't do that the whole early part of the game and couldn't get a punt more than 20 yards.
And that was their best punt tonight as McNair takes a first down handoff across the 35 into the 38-yard line.
And that's my point. Why haven't they been punting like that? Excuse you, bless you. Why haven't they been punting like that all night if he's had that much success on that's the second time he's kicked the ball that well.
You talk about trying to block a team that has been knifing through your line of scrimmage all night, that has blocked a couple of kicks already this season. Maybe the fear, Tony, of Smithson Valley blocking a kick. That'd be my guess.
Well, and they probably didn't want to let Woodard run any back either.
1st and 10 from the 38. New quarterback now for the Rangers. McNair, the handoff again. Explodes across the 45. Into the secondary. McNair moves the pile up to the Hornet 49. And by the way, the quarterback in now is Christian Hallam, the junior. 1st and 10 Rangers. East Central territory, the Hornet 49-yard line.
Last time we saw him at quarterback was when we were at House Park against Anderson.
That was a 60-20 Ranger win, and if you thought that was a lopsided affair, you know, this one is taking it to another level. Hallam takes a snap out of the pistol, hands off to McNair again. Nice counter move in the backfield, and darts head first down to the Hornet 40-yard line. That's good for 9. 2nd and 1 coming up.
Offensive line, even though their backups are doing a nice job again of creating some lanes for the running backs to run through.
See Diego Cervantes check into the game for the Rangers here on this 2nd down play, as does backup receiver Brandon Ramos. 2nd and 1 from the Hornet 41. Snap to Hallam, hands off McNair, makes a man miss in the backfield. Fighting for the first down, a yardage, and he's got it, and then some, inside the 40 and down to the 37. Gain of 4, moves the chains.
Jesse Clifton at 6'3" and 245, the junior offensive lineman that time, not only laying some blocks early, but then getting behind McNair and pushing him an extra 4 or 5 yards, along with some of his teammates.
7:48 left, fourth quarter, Smithson Valley in front, 58-0, and on the move with the Hornet 37. Snap to Hallam. It's a handoff to McNair again. Bounces to his left at the 30. Has blockers 20, 15, 10, 5. Short left corner, end zone, touchdown, Smithson Valley. 37 yards for Cody McNair.
The best part of that is Cody's run was designed to go right. He sees there's nothing there. He bounces left, and all that's in front of him is green artificial turf, and his quarterback lays on the last block.
Tony, I'm looking at Hallam get out in front of the quarterback, and he's looking for somebody to block at the 20-yard line, and nobody's there.
He found someone at the goal line.
Too late. Rangers coming off with the PAT, looking for their 65th point, and now a season high in points scored for the Rangers. Kick is up, line drive, but again, Dan Byer finds a way. 7:26 left, fourth quarter. Smithson Valley 65, East Central nothing. Coming back on the Rangers Network.
Call 888-269-7154 for details. Zero down, $199 a month at the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall on I-10 West at Callahan. Shop over 1,000 vehicles, including 88 newly stocked vehicles that you could buy with absolute zero down and just $199 a month. $199 a month, plus your job is your credit. So hurry to the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall. Lenders are on site, waiting to get you the financing you deserve. If you've been waiting for the right time to buy, this is it. But these deals won't last long. Hurry! Shop over 1,000 vehicles, including 88 newly stocked vehicles you could buy with zero down at just $199 a month. Plus, get a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty with every certified pre-owned Ford. From the all-new Red McCombs Auto Mall on I-10 West at Callahan, where you'll shop the largest certified pre-owned inventory in Texas. So don't buy a new vehicle until you shop the all-new Red.
Welcome back to San Antonio on the Rangers Network. This two-game losing streak coming to an end with an exclamation point. Rangers in front 65-0. 7:26 to go, fourth quarter. Coming off a 5-play, 77-yard drive, 2 minutes, 9 seconds. It was Cody McNair scoring his first touchdown of 2016 on a 37-yard play. Here's the kickoff, fielded at the 7. Ferguson across the 10 to the 15, across the 20. Nice move. Bounces outside 35 and near the 40. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 41. Nice return there for the Hornets. Zavon Ferguson, and East Central will start short of its own 45-yard line at the 43.
That was a nice move. Little shifty right, left, and go.
This the best starting field position for East Central since its first possession of the game. They have not had a first down since their third play of the game, and they are stuck on 37 yards of offense for the night. Trainer, the quarterback, on first down. Handoff up the middle, and down to the 43 goes Brandon Jennings for a gain of a yard, second down and 9.
Lots of backups again for the Rangers all over the field.
Jarrett Zillman, one of those backups, playing at linebacker right now. At safety in the secondary, Harrison Queel out there for Smithson Valley. We'll try sprinkling in those names as the game winds down to a close.
Like Jacob Johnson in there for the first time as well.
Jorge Rodriguez at a defensive end for Smithson Valley. Second and 9, East Central, their own 44. Snap to Trainer, handoff, Jennings running left. Nice run inside of midfield. And he has that elusive first down, no, just short at the Ranger 48. Going to bring up third down and a yard. Cornelius at a linebacker for Smithson Valley. And Brady Chubb in at corner for the Rangers.
You know who's also the umpire just put the ball about a half. The umpire just gave them a first down. The linesman in our field, our side of the field, is not giving the ball to the 47, but the umpire just put the ball at the 47, and the side judge on the other side is marking it a first down. So here we go. Everybody's ready for this clock to keep going.
Peppering in some more names for the Rangers on defense. Michael Romano at a defensive end. In at corner, we see Connor Donovan for the Rangers. 6 minutes to go, halfway through the fourth. Rangers in front comfortably, 65-0. And that first down again, the first for the Hornets since their third play of the game. Trainer at quarterback with the safeties and corners playing well off the line. Hand off to Jennings, makes a man miss in the backfield, then stood up at the 45 for 2. That's going to make it 2nd down and 8.
I can tell you right now, if Jennings decides to just take the ball and run quickly one way or the other, he's going to get more yards than tiptoeing and waiting for the defense to catch up to him.
2nd down, 8 to go for the Hornets. Trying to build upon something going into the bye week. This unit at offense would feel good, being able to scratch across some points on the scoreboard, looking to avoid getting shut out here at home. 2nd and 8 in Ranger territory. Snap to Trainer. Here's the pass rush. Pass deep middle, incomplete. Intended receiver downfield for the Hornets was Edward Stokes. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 8.
It was pretty obvious to me that one of our defensive backs had a handful of jersey as the wide receiver went past him, but there was no flag thrown on the play. But we'll try again on 3rd down.
Chris Ramirez comes in a linebacker now for the Rangers. He's in the middle. Flanked to his left, by the way, is now Bobby Palaman. 3rd and 8 from the 45. Handoff. Jennings wrapped up with the 46. He'll lose a yard.
And he went down kind of in a heap. And be surprised if he doesn't come up limping a little bit because his legs got caught underneath him, but he seems to be okay as he does get up. Defensive line that time really a lot of extra energy to get in there and beat their tackle, beat their blocker and get the tackle.
Vincent Valero made the stop there for the Rangers. 4th down and 9, Hornets at the Ranger 46. East Central using the clock up as we tick closer to 4 minutes to go in this one. On 4th down, offense stays out there for the Hornets. They'll go for it. Snap to Trainer. Here's the pass rush. Pass deep, far side. It is caught. No, he dropped it. Inside the 15-yard line, wide open receiver. May have had a touchdown. Instead, it is a drop and a turnover on downs for East Central. The receiver, Michael Mickles, could not reel it in.
It was a beautiful throw by Trainer, and just a missed connection for them.
Mickles caught a 53-yard touchdown on a pass from Trainer last week against Clemens, but dropped that one, and now the Rangers and offense take over, leading 65-0 with 4:12 left.
And you'd think they'd be able to run the clock out at this point.
Close to it. On 1st down, whistles before the snap.
No play.
Timeout, Smithson or East Central. And that is their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Timeout. East Central.
So the Rangers are going to improve to 2-2. They'll go to 1-1 in district play, and this will be their 2nd road win of the season as well. The Rangers' next road game going to be a big test 3 weeks from tonight at Clemens. Their final road game is at New Braunfels, final week of the season. The Unicorns looked impressive last night in their win over Canyon.
Yeah, the worst bowl was a little one-sided till the second half got going. New Braunfels jumped out ahead early in the second half, 42-17, but Canyon came back and made a game of it. In fact, down just 7 points, had the ball in the closing minutes, but couldn't do anything with it.
That was the 40th anniversary of the worst bowl last night. 1st and 10 for the offense led by Christian Hallam. Handoff with a sweep near side, breaking a tackle across the 45 and back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard of the 47. On the carry, Brandon Ramos. 2nd and 9 coming up. As the Rangers cycle in more players onto the field. Now you have a handful of third-teamers out there on the offensive line. Among them is Christian Weber. 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Hallam. On the keeper, runs right, midfield and more. Down to the Hornet 44. Nice burst there by Hallam. Gains 9 and enough for the first down.
Our officials don't want any fourth down situations here because that one didn't look like it got to the line where he needed to get. In fact, the ball's not spotted to the line where he needed to get for a first down, but it's a first down anyway.
One more first down, I believe, and the Rangers could salt away the clock and not have to give the ball back to East Central tonight. The Rangers, if they do not give the ball back, by the way, will have held East Central well under 100 yards of offense for the game. On first down, running right, Ramos to the 41 for about 2 yards, make it 3. Second down and 7. In fact, total yardage 53 for East Central, 528 for the Rangers. The Rangers have 12 more points, but the Hornets have yards tonight.
And that's got to be pretty close to a school record in some form or fashion.
That is not a stat you hear much at all, no matter what level of football. Second and 7, snap to Hallam, handoff up the left side, and back of the line at the 41. First carry for Austin Moreno tonight. Third down coming up for the Rangers.
You know, and as many as second and third teamers as Smithson Valley has on the field, you know, East Central has the same situation. So let's give a lot of credit to their kids to continue to play, even though they haven't had much success tonight. That was a nice defensive play by the defensive tackle.
Final 2 minutes of this one. 65-0 Rangers. Ramos in motion. Keeper for Hallam. Running to his left at the 35, close to the sticks. And I think he's just short of the 35-yard line. It's going to bring up fourth down with 1:40 to play. I think you thought for a moment, Tony, they were going to give him the first down.
No, but the side judge on the far end put the ball over the 35-yard line, and the umpire set it down behind the 35. Our umpire is having a hard time figuring out where the ball goes tonight.
This next snap will come with just over a minute left to play. And the Rangers will keep the offense on the field. 4th and a yard to go from the 35. To throw, Hallam, pass near side, batted in, nearly picked off. Not a good throw. On a well-covered pass, going for Harrison Coulter. Turnover on downs, football back of the Hornets, 1:03 to play.
Puzzling call there, 4th and a yard to go. The receivers both were confused. I think they both thought they were blocking, and neither one of them was going to catch the ball. But I'm just puzzled why you don't just run the ball and get a first down and end the game.
Hornets out of timeouts. One final possession for them here tonight. East Central's going to fall to 1-4, now a 4-game losing streak for them after opening the season with an impressive win over San Marcos, 40-21. They take over from their own 35. Trainer remains the quarterback. Again, the Hornets have used 3 this evening as a flag comes in. Delay of game called on East Central. And the Hornets were nowhere near ready to snap the football.
But the play clock did run out.
That makes it 1st and 15. Haven't seen a ton of flags tonight. About the average you'd expect to see in a Friday night high school football game. From the 30 and first down, Trainer to throw, heaving a deep far side. That pass is batted and incomplete. Really nice job on the back end there by the Ranger defender to break it up. That was Brady Chubb on the pass going from Michael Mickles. Mickles, if you recall, was the one who dropped a possible or potential touchdown on East Central's last possession.
He's got some speed because he's running by most of the defensive backs when he's going deep.
Now we see Jacob Mingle checking at cornerback. On 2nd and 15, handoff up the middle, 40, 45, midfield. Jennings running right, 20, 15, 10, and diving for the pylon is the end. No. Inside the 5, they'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. And now the only drama left in this game is whether or not the Rangers will preserve the shutout.
Our officials are discussing. It did look like Jennings got to the pylon and knocked it over. They're going to call it a touchdown. The side judge on the far side was trying to catch up to the play and marked him out at the 1, but I do believe he got to the pylon, and that's a touchdown.
A 70-yard touchdown for the tailback, Brandon Jennings. So on that one run, Jennings surpassing the entire game total of yardage for East Central.
So much for our school record, right, for total defense?
So much for that. And now 123 yards on the night for East Central. A very cosmetic play for the Hornets, but a great moment for Jennings. Going for 2, Jennings takes the handoff up the middle, stood up, nice tackle made near the goal line. It remains a 65-6 Ranger lead. So, barring any other points scored in the final 41 seconds, this will now mark 2 straight trips to Hornet Stadium for the Rangers, having outscored East Central 127-23.
Thank you, Hornets fans. That's a lot of class that you have for your boys.
So, Tony, Smithson Valley, a lot to feel good about heading into the bye week next week.
I still go back to the defensive effort against Steele. I think that has a lot to do with what happened here today. I think you throw a lot of this away because of the lack of success or quality East Central portrayed. But I do think putting up 65 points means a lot to your kids.
Sure.
And I think if you'd have held them to a shutout, it would have been better. But I still think holding them to 6 points is going to give the defense another notch after the Steele game. And you're going to go into an open week and work on a lot of different things because you don't have everything put in anyway, probably. But you've got a game against Wagner that sets you up for your next one, and you've got some big games ahead.
On the drive for the Hornets to play 65 yards in 22 seconds, Brandon Jennings, a 70-yard touchdown run for the Hornets. And that actually is their longest rushing play of the season. Juwan Hall, who we saw sparingly in the first half of the game, had a 69-yard touchdown run against San Marcos. Here's the kickoff.
Great kick.
Nice and deep off the foot of Monreal, and it is a touchback as it goes into the end zone. The returner, Coulter, did not elect to go after the football. And the Rangers' next and presumably final possession starts at their own 25-yard line. 41 seconds to go. Rangers in front, 65-6. So in the 2 wins this year, having fun with numbers here tonight, the Rangers will have outscored their opponents 125-26. And again, the 2 losses, obviously much more competitive. A 6-point loss at Round Rock and a 7-point loss to State Power Steel last week.
Should just take one play, right?
Running right to the 27. I believe that was again Moreno on the carry for a couple. And Tony, yes, that should be the game's final play.
Number 46.
The play clock reads 29 seconds, game clock at 23. So the Rangers do not have to run another play here this evening. Looking at body language, I do not think we will see one more play tonight.
Well, I would hope not.
And that will, in fact, do it. Smithson Valley, dominant from start to finish at Hornet Stadium as they blow the doors off with the hosts here at East Central. Final score from San Antonio, Smithson Valley 65, East Central 6. Post-game coverage coming up right here on the Rangers Network.
Cool, right? I can control just about everything in my home from my phone since GVTC installed our Connect Home security system. Whoa, I just got a text that somebody opened my window. I'm setting off the alarm.
Get GVTC security monitoring 24/7 and even control your thermostat, lights, and cameras if you upgrade to our Connect Home system. GVTC, just plain smart.
Oh, by the way, Mom, I volunteered us to host the Band Booster fundraiser meeting. When? Tonight, and we'll need to have something to eat, too.
No! Sure, honey. How many are coming?
I don't know, like 5?
Thank you for calling Smoky Mo's. This is Katie. Yes, ma'am, we can feed 3 to 8 with our family pack.
Actually, it's more like 20 are coming.
Yes, ma'am, we can feed 20 with our group pack.
Actually, make that 50. The Silver Spurs dance team is coming too.
Absolutely, we can feed 50 with our group pack.
Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on rangersnetwork.com. Watch every home and away game the day after, complete, and the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network.
Welcome back to San Antonio here on the Rangers Network. Smithson Valley, a convincing 65-6 win over East Central to head into the bye week with a record of 2-2. Brent Freeman with Tony Brubaker. And Tony, from the start, Smithson Valley established itself as a better team and never let up.
And what they did is they continued to do what they needed to work on, and that was learn how to run the ball effectively. And they did that. They used a lot of different players to be successful. Josh Atkins was, 16 to 26. I didn't really realize he threw 26 times, but a lot of those just player control, possession control type passing game. And I think it was an efficient offensive effort, but you score 65 points. So how is that just efficient? But I do think that's the easiest word to describe it.
Looking at some of the final numbers from this game, looking at the team stats first. First downs, big advantage, Smithson Valley. Rangers 29, Hornets 3. On third downs this evening, Smithson Valley 6 of 8, 75%. The Hornets 1 of 12, good for an 8% conversion rate. Rushing yardage, the Hornets finished with 120 yards, a bulk of that coming on their final offensive play of the game, a 70-yard touchdown run from Brandon Jennings. The Rangers had 376 yards on the ground tonight. That is a season high. Passing yardage, the Hornets had 3 yards passing, while the Rangers had 168. Total yardage, Smithson Valley 544, East Central 123. Looking at individual numbers, rushing leader for the Hornets, Jennings, 9 carries for 79 yards. For the Rangers, it was Atkins, 7 carries for the Ranger quarterback for 96 yards. By the way, Cody McNair had 82 yards on just 5 carries here tonight. Should note that Jaden Deaton scored 3 rushing touchdowns, and Indiana Hawes scored 2 of his own. Atkins and Dillon and McNair also had rushing scores for the Rangers. Looking at the receiving leaders for Smithson Valley, Josh Dillon, a 10-catch night for 104 yards for Smithson Valley. Meanwhile, the only catch for the Hornets was made by Tanner McKay for 3 yards. You heard Tony talk about the passing numbers. Atkins officially 15 of 24, 161 yards, no touchdowns, 1 pick for the Rangers. The Hornets used 3 different quarterbacks this evening, and those 3 combined to go 2 for 11 with an interception and just 3 yards passing tonight. The final score again, Smithson Valley 65, East Central 6. We're back to wrap things up on the Rangers Network.
Hey, what are you watching?
TV everywhere, man.
What, like a YouTube video?
No, actual TV. My cable service is GVTC. I can watch my favorite shows live right on my phone.
So what do you think about that, super behind the times technology guy?
Ha! Next, they'll come up with VHS recorders without VHS tapes.
GVTC already has it. It's called Whole Home DVR.
Radio without a radio?
GVTC cable already has dozens of music channels.
Movies without a theater?
Premium movie channels like HBO, Cinemax, Stars, the Movie Channel, and Showtime from GVTC.
I gotta get GVTC.
Then you won't be super behind the times technology guy anymore.
Call GVTC today and get hundreds of great entertainment channels, whole home DVR, and access to GVTC TV everywhere. GVTC, just plain smart.
Welcome back to San Antonio. 65-6 the final score here on the Rangers Network as Smithson Valley heads into the bye week with a record of 2-2. Wrapping things up here from Hornet Stadium. And again, Tony, Smithson Valley impressive all three phases here this evening.
And we've talked about most of that throughout the night. The defense, obviously, a stellar effort. The offense, efficient. Special teams, and we keep saying this, they're making big plays, and big plays in special teams win football games. They even made all but one of their extra points on a big touchdown night. This is what success can be if you can continue to carry it through.
Well, that's going to do it here for us tonight from San Antonio. I want to thank everybody that helped make this broadcast possible. My broadcast partner, Tony Brubaker, our statistician, Austin Milam. I'm Brant Freeman, thanking our entire crew, courtesy of Wick Productions. This has been a presentation of Rangers football on the Rangers Network. Smithson Valley now 2-2 this season. They're off next week. Our next telecast coming up 2 weeks from now as the Rangers return home to take on the Wagner Thunderbirds. From San Antonio, good night, and we'll see you next time.
And there goes our microphone.
Start unplugging? Yep. We're done.